the ground, just standing there like a little bird. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh my God, look at this. Is that a cardinal? That's a robin. And I went, go to work, you big fat fag.
Bird watcher guy.
Bird guy, yeah. I was like, what do I care?
Although when you see rare ones, you do get a little excited.
I mean, is that a yellow-bellied sapsucker? What's going on?
Age,
yeah. When I see hummingbirds, I do, hummingbird.
Yeah. Hummingbirds are cute.
Zipping around.
Anyone that's like bright blue or bright red or yellow or something, you're like, oh.
So it's not just me.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I saw a hawk the other day, and I was like, or falcon. I don't even know what it was.
Yeah.
There's that parrot that keeps showing up at the station, like outside the boat window. Yeah.
That's crazy. When I lived in Feather Sound, there was like somebody must have had a cockatiel cage that got open because they would just a little group of cockatiels would fly around together.
Right.
Speaking of bird, that's so funny. I stopped at Wawa the other day, and there was a guy sitting outside at one of the tables with a giant red and blue, and I don't even know what kind of bird it was. Maybe a cockatiel, or but it was like a big one. Just waiting for people to comment on it. You know what I mean? Just dying. So you know what I did? Walked right past it. Didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Probably one of those big macaws.
Maybe a macaw. Yeah. I don't know birds enough, whatever. But it was big, and it was like red and blue and yellow and stuff. But it was really big. Him and his friend were meeting out there for lunch.
Like Coco Beware. The WWF.
Well, and I found out the parrot at the station, those are native to St. Pete.
Oh.
So the little water areas where they like connect to land and stuff, like how we're near that little, the bridge and stuff.
Right.
I guess that's where they're from. I found this out from John Senning. He messaged me and was like, that's a Nande parrot. And he was really excited because I was like, is this an actual parrot?
John is a reincarnation of Jimmy Buffett. He's the he's the next castaway. He's just the
Johnny Buffett.
He's Johnny Buffett.
It is weird whenever because I mean, obviously they have to come from somewhere, but whenever you go, that they live here, like that's so weird.
Not all pets.
Yeah, like monkeys and stuff. Monkeys come from somewhere. They're not just in zoos and people have them doing weird tricks and stuff. They live somewhere.
I love little monkey. I saw a video yesterday. Probably like the Philippines or something, but a little baby monkey was being attacked by a crab. Like a little blue crab.
Yeah.
And it had it in its pinchers, so the guy saved it and took the monkey home, gave it a little bath, and I was like, I want a monkey.
Dude, the time we had the guy in here with the little monkey.
That was just an anniversary of that. It came up my time out.
On the air, he was like, it's so great. And then off there, he's like, dude, it's the worst.
Yeah.
He's like, don't ever get this.
Yeah,
he's like,
crap everywhere.
He's like, they're the biggest pain in the ass ever. I wish I'd never done it.
Galvin last night.
Yes.
Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Did I go?
You did.
I did. Back to the Future, the musical, at the Strauss Center. I was there. Gio was there.
I did go.
I saw Richard and Frank there with their families.
Yep.
The Back to the Future musical. Did I like it or not, Galvin?
You loved it.
You couldn't be more wrong.
Oh, no.
Did anybody leave early?
Both of you guys.
I did. I
did not.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it was the worst thing I've ever seen.
Oh no!
Look, I also want to say that I don't want to take anything away from the performers and the play itself. I think the people who went there, I don't know, because when I left, there was a lot of people leaving. There was a lot of people leaving. They were like, they just didn't like it.
You know what's funny is so just from your guys' social media, I saw that you had the thing where it had the date and time and all that stuff out there. And I go, I love when they do stuff like that, when they have like details and they do things and it said that, the date and it was this date, whatever, but it was set up like the Back to the Future time thing, whatever. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I bet it was probably pretty good.
Looked cool.
No,
the car was cool.
Yeah.
Changed the story. No Libyans.
What?
There was no Libyans.
Yeah.
Dr. Brown got plutonium poisoning.
Let me guess. Doc Brown's trans.
Yeah. No, I didn't think Doc Brown was really that good.
I love the entire thing.
Oh my God.
I thought it was great.
Oh.
I mean, I'd never been to a Broadway show, so I like what it was
that might have been a good experience.
Exactly what I was expecting. I thought it was great.
We sat Gio's daughter, Gio, empty seat, me, my son, and his girlfriend.
Yeah, buffer seat was great.
It was comfortable. It was good. We got there. It was not too late. Started at 7:30.
I knew you weren't coming back after intermission.
Dude, I at intermission, I looked at my son, and he was just sitting there straight faced, and I go, "Do you like it?" And he goes, and I go, "I hate it." And he goes, "I hate it too." I go, "Like, I hate it where I want to leave right now." He's like, "Can we?" I go, "Yes, we can." And then everybody started getting out. I was like, I let's just go. And we just got up and walked right out.
Yeah.
I was, it was just
I don't know.
awful.
I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the whole thing, start to finish.
Too many. So it was unnecessary. Every other word became a whole 5-minute song.
Well, I think that's why they call it Back to the Future, the musical.
I know.
Okay.
But like you didn't need like, he's like, my dad's a loser. My dad's a loser. He is a loser.
Yeah, but
Biff is mean. Biff is mean. Biff is mean. Everything had a song.
But yeah, that's I went in knowing that's what it was going to be.
Right.
If I wanted no songs, I'd watch the movie.
And I didn't like the songs.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't think that they were like catchy. I didn't think. Look. I'm not trying to tell
I thought
people.
it was funny. I thought it like they make
Oh,
jokes
too
towards the movie.
Too hokey.
But I assume that's what Broadway is. Like, what did you go in expecting to see?
Back to the Future with about 5 songs through the whole thing.
Oh, no way.
A beginning song, oh my God, we have trouble song. We can fix this trouble song. Yes, we fixed it. It's over.
I went in assuming since it's called the musical,
Yeah.
it was going to be a lot of music.
I didn't like it. I don't like to quote my daughter. It was too sing-songy.
Yeah.
I did not like it. But listen,
Because
again,
they want it's got to separate itself from the movie.
I know, and that was the other thing, is that I was getting very annoyed that there were too many inconsistencies between the movie and the play. It was bugging me. I'm sorry.
I really did think it was great. I enjoyed from start to finish.
Question that I thought of in the movie last night. I mean, in the play last night. Strickland, the principal.
Yeah.
Is he the same principal as Teen Wolf?
No.
I can't picture him.
No.
I could picture the Teen Wolf one. I can't picture the other one.
No, the Teen Wolf one had hair.
The principal. What are you saying? The principal from Teen Wolf?
Was he the principal from Back to the Future?
No.
He was Top Gun, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That was what? That's Back to the Future.
Remember his dad makes him pee his pants because he's afraid?
Yes.
Because he went to school with his dad and now he's the principal. And he's like,
Yes.
You're picking on my son.
Yeah.
And he knows that he's a wolf.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Not Strickland.
I just can't picture him. I get it, but
I don't know
can't
that
picture-
Strickland's ever been in anything else but Back to the Future. I'm sure he has. I know he has, but I can't think of anything.
Oh, Strickland isn't the one from Top Gun?
Yes.
Yeah. He's been in a lot of stuff. That guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's never had hair that I know.
No,
of.
no, he's never had hair.
Like it was the 80s. He had no hair.
Yeah, because the principal in Teen Wolf looks like a game show host.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, he's got the
He's
checkered jacket. He's got gray hair over to the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit like an old Kevin Bacon type guy looking.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I thought it was garbage.
You must have went in expecting something totally different.
I didn't. I expected more play, less musical.
Yeah.
And I don't. That's my impression of it. I'm not trying to tell you
Yeah.
people not to go see it.
Crowd seemed to love it. Everybody went nuts at the end.
But Gio, I left, and there was a wave of people leaving when I left. Like
Yeah,
I went
I
out
don't
the
know.
front door, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, "It's everything." And then as we were walking out, I heard guys go to like, "I just want to just leave. Just want to go." Like people were like not digging it.
when I was after intermission, when it started back up, it seemed still pretty full.
Yeah.
At least in the section we were in. And at the end, we're walking out. Everybody was like, "That was great. That was great." The ending was with anything with the car looked awesome. Like
The car was great.
The special effects for the
Yeah.
car, the way they made it
Appear
looked,
and disappear.
It looked like the car was driving on stage
Yeah.
down like roads and stuff. And at the end, the car flies. That looked awesome.
Oh, how did they do that?
I have no idea.
So the
you left
car-
too early.
We don't have roads.
That's all right. I'm fine.
And at the end, I mean, I don't want to give spoilers.
No, we saw the movie.
Well, no, it's different than the movie.
Oh, tell me that.
Well, like at the end, I thought it was cool. They go back in time and they go back to today's date. At the end, he's like, "Where are we going?" He's like, "April 29th, 2025."
Oh,
Yeah, I thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And the car flies away, and then in the show,
Yeah, I mean, look,
it was 100. It was exactly what I.
Did your daughter love it?
She thought it was great.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
So that's
Going in, like I said, since it was called the musical,
right.
I assumed
you were aware that there would be music.
There was going to be an overabundance of music in Back to the Future, the musical.
I gotta tell you, too much.
Yeah,
Not enough Huey Lewis for me.
that came later.
Oh, it did.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm sure they had a big Power of Love finale or whatever
Yeah,
it was back in time.
pretty much. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What about how was the Biff rape scene?
That was weird.
Dude, they made the mother extra horny too.
Yeah.
The mother kept trying to reach for his pecker the whole time, and I was like, "Hey,
Were you there for the song when he's in the bedroom?
yeah,
That was,
yeah." I was like a little. It was heavy.
I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, look, I didn't think it was.
She kept rubbing her ass on his crotch.
Yeah.
and stuff. I'm like, this is
I was
great.
like, but that's his mother.
Yeah. And she puts his face right in his wiener, and I was like, this is hilarious. I don't know. I enjoyed it from start to finish.
I'm glad. I'm glad you had a good time.
Having never been to a Broadway show, it was 100% exactly what I was expecting.
We were walking out, and I was like, I can't believe how much that stunk. I didn't like it. And I go, oh, look, Outsiders is coming. Now, that's a play I would go see. And it said the musical, and I went, nope, I'm out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stay gold, pony boy.
Because of Wicked, everything's gonna be a musical
Oh, yeah.
for the next like 2 or 3 years.
For sure.
Wicked was a musical, though. So
Right, but I'm saying the movie.
You're going
and
to hate it then.
Wicked?
What?
Yeah, you're
No,
going to.
no. I know the music from Wicked. I mean, that's like the same thing with Wizard of Oz was a musical.
But
you know
I
what mean?
saw Wicked the musical, and then I saw Wicked the movie. The Wicked the movie I did not like.
Oh, boy.
And there's songs every 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's a lot of songs.
Yeah.
That was the thing. Too many songs.
Yeah.
Too sing songs.
I mean, they kind of advertise it like that.
Yeah, that's why it's called a musical.
I know. I just.
It was exactly what and it was like a kind of cheesy, hokey, over the top at times.
It was definitely cheesy and hokey, which is fine. That's
I
Broadway.
assume that's what Broadway is. Yeah.
Yeah. It just wasn't for me. But you know how people keep everybody that I talk to, you got to see Book of Mormon. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. I go, I won't think it's hilarious. I will not like it. I guarantee you. There'll be a couple of jokes. I'll go,
And you've never seen it?
no. Book of Mormon?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. And neither have I. I was just wondering.
Yeah. But I've seen I saw Avenue Q, which I thought was good. That was with the puppets, but it's not like a kid's thing.
I got to tell you, I thought Hamilton was terrible.
I see Hamilton. I liked. I thought the songs were good in Hamilton, so it was made it a little bit more. I saw Hamilton twice, and I thought it was good.
Yeah,
but also I tried to watch Hamilton on TV.
That's
Maybe
different.
it would be different if you were there, but I didn't really like it either.
It certainly grabs your attention when you're there.
If I watched this Back to the Future on TV, it'd be horrible.
Right.
I don't have
You
any.
got to go and see it live.
I was laying in bed last night, and I was like, I wonder how it ended, and then I went, I don't really care.
Yeah. I mean, it ends how you think it would end.
Yeah, I just
But like the scene, the way they make Marty disappear was pretty cool. Like the special effects.
about how they do that.
Well, it was just like the screen. It was like behind screens and stuff. But he's kind of it's just the lighting and stuff. The way they do it was pretty cool. The way they do the last when the clock tower is being struck by lightning, that was really cool. I don't even know how the hell they did that.
What they do, a big bolt?
Well, no, it looked like it was raining and half of it. Remember when we went to see the Bourne thing at Universal?
Yeah.
It was very similar to that.
That was amazing.
Like half of it was screen projection, but then the car was on stage, and then they would cut to the guy that's Doc Brown, and I don't know. That was actually pretty cool.
The way they did the car in the Bourne thing, the car would be still, but the background would move. And it would look like the car was going. That was pretty awesome.
That's kind of how they did it for Back to the Future. But yeah, the clock tower scene when he gets hit by lightning was pretty cool.
Listen, the best thing about Back to the Future was the ride they used to have in Universal Studios.
Yeah, that was good.
That was the way to go.
They still have that in the one in Japan.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, the Universal Studios in Japan is the only place you can ride that
I mean,
ride.
that's right. I didn't even know there was a Universal Studios in Japan.
Yeah. 5 stars. I give it go. I would go again.
Oh my God. 5 stars. I left at halftime.
I'd never been to a Broadway show, so I was, I don't know. That's my bar, I guess. That's where I start.
Good. I'm glad you liked it because
Yeah.
we do they bring a lot of those plays here.
Yeah, my daughter had a great time. She'd never been to a Broadway show.
Oof.
Yeah.
My son was miserable. And then it only got worse because I figured since we were leaving and we didn't eat dinner, maybe we should just go to dinner. So I fear that I'm losing my clout in this town. We went to Eddie V's. Denied.
Denied.
Oh, because you didn't have a reservation?
They said the kitchen was closed at 9:12. They said the kitchen closed at 9:00. I went, you got to be kidding me.
Wow.
I mean, that's
Who knows
that's
the dinner at 9:12 on a Tuesday?
There was a bunch of people in there.
Yeah, finishing their dinner that they sat down for at 7:30.
7.
Do you think that they were closing at 9:00, or do you think that the bar stayed open till midnight?
Yeah, okay.
Well, the
Did you
bar
want to drink?
stayed open?
Did you want to drink?
So you throw 3 steaks on
Did you want to drink some
grill?
crab fried rice?
No, they actually asked me, do you want to drink? And I was like, no, I want to eat. No,
Yeah, kitchen's closed.
I
Yeah.
don't like it.
You ever work in a kitchen?
Oh, I'm not blaming them. I said I got denied. I understand.
Yeah, because the cleaning process, I imagine, in a restaurant like that is way more in depth than, like any of the bars and stuff that I
Right.
worked at.
Right. So, it was like 9:45. The kitchen would probably be clean by then. Or
There,
pretty
no.
close. Pretty
I
close
bet-
to clean, not 9:12.
but I'm saying but that's why they turn it off because they have to let all the grills and stuff
Yeah.
Right.
cool
Everything
down,
shut
the
down.
ovens
I don't
cool
like
down.
I don't like-
You're not. Listen.
You are.
I didn't like Back to the Future. I didn't like not being able to eat. I went
It's
home and I had a
you.
cheese stick and went to bed.
You want to
Listen.
walk in the back like Henry.
The Rock shows up at 9:12.
Yeah.
They're opening the kitchen up. You ain't
Exactly.
the Rock.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I have no status in this town. Exactly.
That's all right.
Marty McFly probably went there after the show and got a
Probably.
steak. It was just not a good night, Joe. It was not a good
I'm
night.
sorry, Mike.
It's all right.
Not a great night.
Appreciate you.
I'd go see it again.
It was a musical, you know.
Yeah. That explains a lot. It really does.
Do you know the entire time that I'm sitting there at this musical, the entire time I'm sitting going, I can't believe I got to go 5K on Sunday. This is
Yeah.
the whole.
Yeah.
I can't wait for this weekend to be over.
I could feel like the negative energy. You were not enjoying it.
I was not.
Yeah.
I was trying my best. I was like, I even like fake laughed out loud a couple of
Yeah.
guy in front of me. Goldie Wilson, Galvin, you're familiar
Yeah,
with
sure.
Goldie?
Mayor?
Decides he wants to run for mayor.
Yeah.
Inspired by Marty.
Mhm.
Of course, goes into a whole song about how he's going to be mayor one day and
Yeah.
clean up the town. All that. And when
Did
it
he
was
dance
done,
with the broom?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And when it was over, the guy in front of me was like, "Yee." Whoa.
Oh.
The guy in front of me literally went, "Yeah!" Like this. And I went, well, relax,
I kept
buddy.
wondering if that guy was somebody
in the play.
who was the guy that played Goldie Wilson, if he was somebody like more famous, because it seemed like anytime he was on stage, everybody was like cheering louder. And even at the end, he got a huge round of applause. And I thought like a character that's pretty irrelevant is now like I thought maybe he's somebody of note in the Broadway,
Maybe. I don't know.
circles.
I don't know. Gio ran into somebody interesting on the way to the play.
Oh yeah.
I saw the kid from Stranger Things, the kid Dusty. He was walking down the street on the way to the thing.
Which kid is Dusty? The one with the
chief.
weird teeth?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
He was going to the play,
No.
or he was in it.
He was walking across the street, like going
Oh.
into the Henry there at across from the thing. I was like, man, that looks just like the kid from Stranger Things. And then I heard him talking to his buddy, and it was him.
That's
I-
crazy.
I was like, what the hell is he doing here?
I don't know. That's
Yeah,
pretty,
yeah.
I mean, he might have been doing something with the Straz.
That's what I thought, maybe because I think that guy does Broadway shows and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. Gayton and Matt Nazaro, Munazuru.
It would have been great to hear him singing. Gotta get back in time.
I thought maybe he was Marty.
Yeah, obviously we were in the crowd, so it was not easy to see, but they all, the guy looked just like Marty from what I could tell.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. Oh,
The Biff guy didn't really look like Biff.
no.
Just a big dude, but
Can I tell you the weirdest thing that I saw the whole night? I don't know how much you saw of it, but not including kids, the amount of adult men that were wearing
yeah,
vests there.
there were a lot.
Oh
There were a lot
no.
of people
It was insane.
Gross.
dressed up like Marty McFly.
It was insane. I
Yeah.
went to the bathroom, and the guy next to me is wearing the vest with a skateboard on the back of his. I wanted to be like, "Are you in the goddamn plane? What are you doing?"
No.
Yeah.
You need to look at your life.
Yeah,
One guy was wearing a vest with the skateboard. Another guy was wearing a vest with a sash over it, like from the Enchantment of the Sea dance.
Yeah.
I was like, "What are you kids?" Now, I did see little kids wearing it, and I thought that was kind of cute. But
Yeah.
the
There were-
adults, there's no need.
there were several women I saw that had like the pink dress, like Lorraine
Oh my god!
from the movie. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I say to that guy. When there's no other word, there's no other words other than oof.
there
Yeah.
was one guy that my daughter and I we called Marty McFat
Oh.
because the vest like didn't fit really. I was like, oh man, that he must have had that for a long time.
What timeline are you from?
Yeah.
Marty McFly.
The one where you just ate the entire future?
Yeah, we're like, oh, like look at Marty McFat. Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah.
weird.
It was just I don't know. The whole
I love
thing.
that. I learned last night. I love the theater.
Oh.
Good. I'm not trying to discourage
Yeah.
the theater. I think that it's good. I'm trying to think of what the last thing I saw at the Straz Center was. I think it might
Yeah,
have been
I've
Bert.
never been.
Really.
Yeah, last time I went to the Straz, I think I saw Godsmack there or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird to think like that's not a concert place?
No.
I saw Godsmack. Too many songs.
Yeah. A lot of,
I was like, Jesus.
did you walk out at intermission?
It's like they talk like for a few minutes, like how's everybody doing? You
Yeah.
ready to rock, and then some more another song.
To sing song, yeah, I guess.
When I looked over at Joey, I mean, I figured Joey was probably high, but I just looked at him and he was like, he's just stone faced. And I looked at Ava and she looked like she was falling asleep. And I was like, you guys hate it too?
Did he know it was a musical when he got there?
Yeah, I don't think he hated necessarily the music. He just wasn't into it. He
Yeah.
was like, nah. And that's his favorite movie.
Right.
So he was not digging it.
Yeah. Not for everybody.
I don't know. I needed lesbians, Lebanese,
Oh, the Libyans?
Libyans.
Yeah, that was.
Unless-
I guess maybe that's not politically correct nowadays.
but it's okay for you to simulate sex with your mother.
Yeah.
yeah, also, Jennifer was black.
Joey swears that she was black, and we were like, she was not black.
She looked black to me.
That's what Joey said. And oh man, my eyes must be bad. Me and Ava were like, there's no way she was black.
Really? Yeah. Black Jennifer.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what Joey said.
Yeah. Unless,
Poor Joey thought he was going crazy because we were like,
No.
she was not black.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Great actress.
Maybe go see it again and wear a vest.
No.
That
Marty
may-
McFadden.
Yeah. Might change something up.
Then
for
I
him.
got to be Marty McFadden.
You know why.
We can't have be Doc Hash Browns. Yeah. Well, it's here for a little while if you want to go.
At least they disclose up front that it's a musical. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
kind of know.
It did not catch me by surprise.
It did not catch me by surprise either.
Yeah, I just wasn't enjoying it
Yeah.
thoroughly. So anyway. Good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, which means Galvin has a brand new open letter that'll happen in the 8 o'clock hour, where we also give you $1,000 for your chance to win the Bone Bonus keyword. We'll give you that keyword. You'll put it in the app, and you could win $1,000. That'll be happening this morning at 8, 10, noon, 2, and 5. So pay attention to that. And when we come back, we're going to tell you what we're going to give away now, which will include tickets to go see, I don't know, Rockville. Welcome to Rockville. We have those, and Carmen will tell you what else.
A lot of music, a lot of songs.
Yeah, Rockville,
just so
yeah.
you're aware.
There's a lot of singing. So when
Yeah.
you get there, don't be surprised.
Also, don't wear a vest.
No.
Probably not the cool thing to wear. All right, we got Sporkle when we come back. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. All right, Carmen, what are we giving away today?
Okay, we have a bunch of stuff. So we have tickets for Jelly Roll this Sunday.
Jelly Roll is going to be doing the Two Bears 5K and part of the big country fest that's happening out there.
Yep, we have tickets to Welcome to Rockville,
All right.
Say Santa,
Uh-huh.
George Lopez,
Okay.
Brian Adams,
Yes.
Mike Campbell,
Uh-huh.
and Russell Dickerson.
All right, WrestleMania.
Yep.
Still don't know what that is, but I love it. All right, let's give that stuff away right now. A little bit of Sporkle. Here we go. Galvin won yesterday.
I did.
I am the current champion. Carmen, what are we playing today?
Today we're going to be playing bands known by letters. So I am going to give you the letters that make up their name, and you're going to give me the actual name.
All right.
Okay? Your first one, BOC,
Blue Oyster Cult.
Mike.
Oh.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
Okay. CCR,
Cleveland
Clearwater
Revival.
Mike. OMD,
Orchestral Midnight.
Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark.
That's it.
Mike.
Thank you for that.
The hell?
RHCP,
Red Hot
Red
Chili
Chili
Peppers.
Peppers.
Mike. NKO,
New Kids on the Block.
Mike. NIN,
Nine
Nine
Shells.
Inch Nails.
Geo. CSN,
Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
Mike.
Guns N'
GNR, Geo, and Pap Pap.
Whoa.
We're halfway there.
Galvin is not on the board.
What are we playing?
He has 0 points. Gio with 2 points on the board, and Michael is your leader right now. He's winning with 6.
Oh, jeez.
6.
All right, there we go.
All right, we're doing bands known by letters. Your next one, CTA.
KGG. Nope.
Oh, what?
I have no idea what I was going to say.
CTA.
Chicago Transit Authority.
Mike. Y and T.
Young and tender.
Y-and-T.
I don't know what that means.
Y-N-T?
And.
And. Yesterday and today.
Oh, I like young and tender better.
Yeah.
Same. BTO.
Bachman Turner Overdrive. Finally.
Galvin. MC5.
Ooh.
MC5.
Master of Ceremonies 5.
Murder Cult 5.
I don't know.
Motor City 5.
I've never heard of any of these bands.
MC5?
No.
Guns N' Roses. ELP. These are bands known by letters. ELP.
Electric Lady Players.
I don't know.
Emerson, Lake, and Palmer.
Come on. Damn it.
PIL.
Public Image Limited.
Mike. FOB.
Fall Out Boy.
Geo. PATD. PATD. Panic at the Disco. And Pat Pap. We're on the last 3.
Galvin is on the board with a single point. Gio has 3, and Michael is your leader right now. He's winning with 8.
Bands known by letters, last 3. Here we go. ELO.
Electric Light Orchestra.
Mike. DMB.
Dave Matthews Band.
Mike. And your last one. ICP.
Insane
I think
Clown
Sound
Posse.
Mike.
I finished first.
Whatever.
Your final score, Galvin with a single point, Gio with 3, and Michael is your triumphant champion today. He won with 11.
I have not heard of 90% of those bands.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm serious.
I've heard of all of those
Liar.
bands. I've heard of all of those
Y&T
bands.
was the only one I didn't know after it was over.
I didn't know that Y&T was yesterday and today.
yeah.
I didn't know that, but
Makes sense. I didn't know. That was the only one I didn't know. The rest of them,
Are they from like the 70s?
no, they're
In the
from all
80s?
over.
yeah. Some of them.
You've heard of Bachman Turner Overdrive.
I'm not.
You've
Blue-
never heard of
PTO.
Blue Oyster
Taking
Cult.
care of business?
Blue Oyster Cult, yes. Bachman, no.
What about Chicago Transit Authority?
No.
That's Chicago.
Mhm.
Oh, well, then why don't you just call it Chicago?
Well, they
'Cause they
changed
used to
it,
be.
whatever. Yeah. I got it stuck in my head right from the start, Queens of the Stone Age.
Oh,
Yeah.
And then it just blocks me, and I'm like, damn it.
yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea Y&T.
No, me either. That was foreign to me.
What was that one?
Yesterday and today.
Yeah.
Young and tender.
I want to see them.
You would think Summertime Girls. By the way, great song, Summertime Girls.
I don't know that. I don't know that band. I know the name.
Yeah, you know.
If I heard it, I probably.
Yeah,
would.
play a little Summertime Girls.
Good morning. Who's this?
Rich.
Hello? Rich, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How you doing, Mike?
Good. You're the winner. I'm going to put you on hold. Carmen will grab you during the break, and we'll hook you up with a prize.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, brother. All right. I am the winner, and I believe you guys have to.
Michael,
What?
you go to the musical and they find the songs and you're upset that the musical had the music, but you still win the sporkle.
I thought we were doing the Pope, not a Jamaican lady.
I thought they were all ethnic backgrounds.
All of a sudden, I was Miss Cleo.
Yeah.
Excuse you win the sparkle.
Yeah.
You do it very good. You almost spill your coffee, but you win the sparkle.
Dumb
Bless you.
biscuits. Thank you. Thank you to both.
That's actually kind of fun. Michael.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Right? What else was I going to say? I had to tell you something else.
Michael, why you win the sparkle?
Yeah. Is it Miss Cleo?
I knew you were going to win.
Oh, Miss Cleo was ridiculous, but the prank phone calls made with Miss Cleo's soundboard were the absolute best.
You know, Drew's in a Miss Cleo infomercial.
I did know that. Now,
Yeah.
how did that come about?
I think she filmed it at the
In Orlando?
the JR or what's the talk station over there?
TKS?
Real Radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, they filmed it there, and he was in the infomercial.
That's so funny.
Yeah. It's on
Miss
YouTube.
Cleo.
You can watch it. He's like in the whole thing too. She's in a radio studio and he's like interviewing her.
I used to date a girl who was getting her PhD. Like she was super smart, and I think she applied to a school or something and didn't hear back yet. And she was dying to know if she got in. And she called Miss Cleo to find out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do you think? There's really a psychic over there? Do you think that there's a psychic on the other end of the line?
I bet she made a ton of money.
Of
Oh,
course.
yeah.
Back when it was like 1-900 numbers and stuff.
course,
Like,
yeah.
man.
It was so easy to just dial.
Yeah.
You didn't have
Well-
to put your credit card in or anything.
What did she get busted for fraud, or what was her thing?
I think tax evasion.
Was it?
I
Oh,
think
really?
so.
You
I
got away.
could be
You
wrong.
got away with making up all this BS.
I could be
and
wrong, Galvin. It might have been fraud. I don't know. But I mean, how do you prove that somebody does or doesn't have
Right.
that kind of ability? You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
harder to prove. Oh, all right. What do we have coming up in news, Galvin?
Coming up in news today, we have "This Is Why We Float." We're on his side and dropping bombs.
Oh, all of those things sound good. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get right into it. Galvin will have your news. We'll do that next. Before we go to break, I want to tell you about my friends at Super Heat and Air. Super Heat and Air has been taking care of my AC and your AC for years, and now they have combined with a plumbing company, and now they can handle all of your plumbing needs as well as your AC needs. And I'm not talking about they got a couple of AC guys that know how to do some piping. They got real plumbers, certified plumbers that work there, and they're there not only to help you out if you have a leaky faucet or if you have a toilet that has a problem or you need the toilet replaced or a faucet replaced or anything along those lines. They're there for you plumbing wise, but they're also there for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for plumbing emergencies as well as AC. Your AC goes out, you don't want to be hot. You got to call them whether it's the middle of the night, whether it's rainy, whether it's a holiday. They're there for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and now you get the same courtesy with plumbing. So say you have a plumbing emergency and it happens any other time that's inconvenient for you, you can simply go to superheatandair.com, give them a call, and they will come out there and take care of it for you. So for all your plumbing and heating and air conditioning needs, Super Heat and Air will handle it all. Go to superheatandair.com. Yeah. Oh, I thought you were going to say something.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. And tell them you heard about it on the Mike Calta Show.
Sorry, I wanted to resolve the Cleo thing.
Yes.
So she was not the mastermind of the fraud scheme. It was fraud. What the whole thing was, FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, filed a complaint against PRN and its officers. So I guess that's the company and stuff for billing practices, deceptive advertising, including falsely claiming that psychic readings were free because they would say it was free, but then they would
Doesn't
bill it.
matter that they didn't really psychics.
Right. So that
Yeah.
was not part of it, whatever. It said its promoters settled by paying $5 million in fines and forgiving approximately $500 million in
Oh.
outstanding charges to consumers.
Wow.
Miss Cleo died from cancer. She was in Palm Beach, Florida.
She got what was coming to her.
Oh.
At what age? How old was Miss Cleo when she died?
72.
72. By the way, this was in 2016. So
No, can I do that
9
over?
years ago, she died
65.
and she was 65.
She was 84.
84.
She was 80.
80. Carmen, you any idea who Miss Cleo is?
Yes, she was 78.
53.
Wait, what?
Yeah, right?
How old was she
Wow.
when she was doing the show?
Didn't it seem like she was
She's
old
old,
whenever she was
yeah.
doing that? Like,
Yeah.
listen to Miss Cleo.
That was like late 90s, early 2000.
Yeah,
You know,
she was like 30.
I know I look terrible because I look at people that I went to high school with on Facebook and I go, oh, they look awful.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're saying the same thing about me.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, we'll take a break. We got your news next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. I don't know. Question for you guys.
Yeah.
I'm going to name some names.
Okay.
Stop me when you know who they are.
All right.
Harley,
I know Harley.
Jago, Freddie Wong.
Is this Wu-Tang Clan?
No.
Oh.
Ginger Pale, JLRA, Ali Spagnola,
I feel like they're Garbage Pail Kids now.
Oh,
Tubbo, Sapnap,
Am I right?
nope, Will Neff, Odd Ones Out, Ren,
yeah. Oh, I think I know what this is.
Trevor Everts,
I do know now. This is like the creator fight bash thing that's
Yes.
coming to town. Yeah.
Creator Crash 3. This is where they have YouTubers and influencers boxing each other. I mean, I couldn't be more removed from this. I have no idea who any of those people are.
Harley, I know, is the epic mealtime guy.
Oh, okay. I thought Harley was a country artist. Oh, that's Hardy, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't know that guy either.
Yeah.
So they will come here at Amalie Arena. They will sell out Amalie Arena, and they will box each other.
They'll sell out?
This is the third one they're doing here.
Yeah.
I'm just assuming they're going to sell out.
I would like to ask my kids if they know who any of those creators are.
LA Beast was the only one. I didn't say that name because I didn't know who that was.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because we saw Blue
Iris.
No, whatever.
Oh, yeah. At the bare knuckle thing?
Yeah.
Blue hair, face.
He became popular for a while. Carmen,
Yeah.
do you know who he is? The YouTuber?
At the time,
No.
at the time, he was in the news for something.
He was dating some celebrity, and then there was a whole big thing. I don't know, but like we were like, who was Blueface? Blueface.
Oh, I know Blueface.
Right.
But he's a rapper.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But
He fought.
he was also like social media stuff.
Okay.
You know, and
Yeah.
he found really who is Blueface? And then like 2 weeks later, he was like the biggest thing in the world.
Okay. Yeah, I know Blueface. I know the name. Only because I have my son.
Yeah, I don't know who is the one that does flips that the WWE had. The black guy. It's something like I don't even know.
Black guy that does flips.
Or maybe speed. You need speed, or I speed, or something like that. Where he was racing people. He was gonna.
I don't know.
No.
I know the Bring the Boom guys are in
No.
AEW.
Yeah, I know. That's hilarious to me. And can I tell you what bugs me the most is the fat mother.
Oh, yeah.
The fat mother getting out there doing dancing, and I'm like,
Dude,
Jesus, have some dignity.
If you were making the money they're making now,
I would be.
You'd be dancing too.
I would be dancing like a little fat fiend.
I show speed. Do you know who this guy is?
No.
He's a
No.
black dude. He is a, I think, YouTuber or something, whatever. But like, I want to say that WWE had him come. Wasn't he the one that went there and then tried to put his cameraman through the table?
I don't know.
Yeah,
None of
all
that
that
sounds
stuff.
familiar to me.
But he's doing all that. And I go, I don't know who he is. I don't know what he is. But he's obviously very popular. And I guess he's pretty fast because he was like,
He's
doing-
got speed in his name.
yeah, like sprints against other people.
Huh?
You'd be crazy. And I bet some of these creators you look up here, we don't know them, but they've got,
I'm sure.
millions and millions
I'm
of
sure.
followers.
Freddie Wong, Ginger Pal. I don't know who any of those people are, but I guarantee you that they've got millions of followers.
Yeah, Harley, I know that guy's the epic mealtime.
Well, that seems to be Harley versus LA Beast seems to be the main event.
Yeah.
And LA Beast is a big guy. I don't know what Harley looks like.
I think he's a big guy too.
Anyway, Dark Side of the Grill is also very popular on YouTube. And
He's
the
not fighting,
internet's-
is he?
He's not fighting,
Oh,
but he
okay.
is coming in here Friday to cook us some food.
You know that's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I think we may have double food. I think we may have Danny from Barbecue Love Fest coming in on Thursday.
We got a cook-off?
Yeah, and on Thursday, and
Oh,
then
Thursday.
and then Mel coming in from Dark Side of the Grill on Friday. So
I mean, you could just send one of them here.
well, we could, but we're
Yeah.
not. You don't have a kitchen for them to work on.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Carmen. Carmen Sean.
It's okay.
Have you talked to your sister?
No.
Me either.
Oh.
Yeah.
You
Too
guys,
much. Feel like we all
you guys ruined it.
me.
Yes.
She ruined it. She's
No.
a mess.
I feel like you guys went down there and ruined the whole thing for us.
Oh.
Like I felt like we were close,
Listen,
and you guys both just torpedoed the whole thing.
I've never, having talked to her a little bit, I've never felt like I can manipulate a woman more than Carmen's sister. Yeah. Like Carmen, I can't convince you to do anything. But I
Yeah.
feel like I can convince Holly. Like I would have had that OnlyFans started before we left the hotel. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know at this point. Everything goes in one ear out the other, so
No,
that's also hard to say.
That here's the thing with your sister, everything goes in one ear, bounces around for a little while, and then it depends on how you influence it to get out the other side.
Right.
So if you get her on the right day and you talk to her the right moment, because she changed her mind 7 times.
Yeah.
I don't think I can come because I said I was going to do this. Now I'm going to do that. And I don't think I'm going to have time. Oh, why don't you come over after? Okay, that'll do. I'll come over after. then afterwards, but it's kind of a little bit late, and I don't know if I'm going to make it. All right, well, we're going to be up. You're going to be up? All right, I'll come over. I mean, it's just that's how she is.
Literally, what did I say at the end of Friday? She had 11 hours to change her mind.
Yes,
And
that's exactly what you said.
Yes.
I told Pete on the way down that it was never going to happen, and because you said that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man.
I know her.
Yeah.
It
you nailed it.
It sounded so locked in.
It did.
When Pete was on the phone.
She was so happy. Pete showed me the text response. She was so happy.
Yeah.
And then I texted her at one point and I said, "We're breaking up." And she wrote back, "Who? I don't understand this." And I go, "Forget about it. It's just too much. Too much."
Whose number is this?
Yeah, exactly.
That is my sister.
Yeah.
Man.
She is nuts.
Yep.
Yep. Perfect for OnlyFans.
Does she ever get jealous, Carmen? Do you have like a following and you're in entertainment on the radio?
And you don't have to get naked?
Yeah.
The only time we really ever fought over social media is when I when she found out I was doing handstands. And then she claimed, I don't know if you guys remember this because we did talk about this. She claimed like I was doing handstands first.
Oh my God.
I was older and I was in gymnastics and now I teach yoga and you're just copying me doing handstands.
That's what I always said.
I was like, I don't know if you know this. You did not invent handstands.
Yeah.
And so, but that's really been the only time we've ever like
stolen valor.
fought on
Stolen
social
handstands.
media. And again,
I love Carmen.
I've called her handstand Holly ever since.
I never heard this.
I love Carmen's handstands. And the other day, Jess, the midget who almost died at our live gig, she did a little baby handstand. It was the most adorable thing. She goes,
Oh man.
when she said straight up and went boop boop.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to check in with Galvin. He has today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's top story, this is kind of a follow-up because we were kind of wondering what would happen, how this went down, who did what.
A lot more information's out now.
An attorney for the boat operator who crashed into the Clearwater Ferry Sunday released a letter Tuesday explaining his client's side of the events after the collision. In a letter addressed to the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Committee, attorney Kevin Hazlett asserted that his client, Jeffrey Knight, was in compliance with Florida law during the chaos that killed a man and seriously injured 10 other people. According to Hazlett, Knight did not leave the scene immediately after the crash. At first, Knight tried to help the victims, directing a passenger on his boat to call 911 to get help. The passenger stayed on line with 911 for 12 minutes. According to the attorney's letter, Knight's attorney said that Knight told the ferry captain that he could take some of the injured to Morton Plant Hospital by water, but his offer was declined. Knight remained on the scene until he noticed that his boat was taking on a large amount of water and left out of fear that his vessel was about to sink with an 8-week-old infant on board. Hazlett wrote, several witnesses aboard Mr. Knight's vessel indicated that the frantic mother of an infant on board pleaded for immediate transport following the crash because she was concerned that her 8-week-old child may have suffered injuries.
Who brings an 8-week-old child on a speedboat at night?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's weird.
Knight has not been criminally charged in the crash as so far. The FWC has taken control of the investigation, and any potential charges will be determined by the state's attorney's office.
The biggest takeaway of the whole thing, and it shows you that Kevin Hazlett's a brilliant attorney. The biggest takeaway is they're saying now that the ferry wasn't properly lit, and that is why now.
Well, you have to look at all that stuff if there's a situation,
But I mean, just the difference between yesterday and today.
Oh yeah,
yesterday he was a drunk who has killed somebody before, and nobody will say his name and what it is. His money is it, and then today he's like, no. He turned out he didn't leave. He stayed there for 12 minutes. And he helped out and, it was on 911. And then, because it was like we were saying yesterday, why did he leave and go 3 miles away if he went? But it turns out he didn't leave. Or if he did, we don't know what the truth is. Now, all we know is that the story is immediately changed.
The attorney's saying one thing,
right,
and then a lot of the details from the Florida Wildlife, they haven't said what's going on.
But they have to have the phone. They have to have the phone records. and they have to, they said he was on there for 12 minutes, so he definitely called 911 when it happened.
You
so
would
he
hope
didn't
that
run from it.
Their investigation matches up with what the attorney's saying.
People are very quick to
You
point
gotta
finger.
give-
I want to just say this. I don't know Jeff. I've met him a couple of times, and I don't have an opinion either way. I have nothing to protect because I saw people yesterday saying that that they were listening to the radio station and nobody would say his name. We said it right out of the gate.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm reading the news story as it happens. It's a terrible story, but it seems right now like it was just a big accident, and accidents happen. I don't know any other way to put it.
By the way, Keith, one of our listeners on Twitter yesterday, 21 hours ago, wrote Galvin and Mike. He wrote to both of us. He said 100% a reason to leave the boat accident. Quote, I was worried my boat would sink from damage. I wanted to get to safety, then return. Which is basically what
sure.
they did.
You got a whole boat with people on it and a kid and a baby. That's my question is, that boat is going pretty fast for, I don't know, an 8-week-old baby. What is an 8-week-old baby doing on a boat at night?
Yeah, well, I guess right away because the way the internet works, people start digging through everything that's happened to this Jeff Knight guy. And apparently, he's been cited in the past for boat things. So I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know what's true
and how much that'll come into play or
so
not. Yeah,
you got to wait for the investigation to play out, and then that's when.
But people have formed their opinion the minute it happened.
Like you don't know the details.
No, but
there still could be charges. You don't know.
But I have to tell you, brilliant attorney to come out and be like, the ferry wasn't lit. This happened because it completely changed everybody's opinion on what the situation was.
You got to give people the benefit of the doubt until the investigation goes through.
By the way, speaking of things that happened on the water, the U.S. Navy lost a $60 million fighter jet after it rolled overboard off a moving aircraft carrier.
Yeah, it fell off.
Apparently, the ship made a hard turn to avoid some fire from fighters in Yemen, and the $60 million fighter jet slipped off the back. Whoops.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve, did you lock down the jet before you came in? Yeah, of course I did.
Hey, listen, you're out there doing all those cool moves and stuff. Lock the thing down. I know what you're doing, Top Gun.
Oh, man.
Can you imagine that? $60 million for one plane? What's in that thing that it costs $60 million?
I mean, the fact that it's a jet fighter plane and can go at those speeds and be able to land it and do all that stuff, like that's $60 million. That's kind of how it works.
No, it just sits there. It's a big reef at the bottom of the ocean.
Good luck. Florida Panthers defenseman Aaron Ekblad has been suspended for 2 games for elbowing Tampa Bay Lightning forward Brandon Hagel in Monday's 4-2 Panthers win of Game 4 of the team's first-round Stanley Cup playoff series. Monday was just Ekblad's second game back in the Panthers lineup after serving a 20-game suspension for violating the terms of NHL and NHLPA performance-enhancing substance program. He was not issued a penalty for the hit in real time. Hagel did not return to the game and had already been ruled out now for Game 5 tonight. He's not playing tomorrow, Lightning coach John Cooper said Tuesday. There it is, and you know why. Game 5 goes down tonight at the Amalie Arena at 7:30 p.m. It is a must-win game for the Lightning as the series sits at 3-1.
Anybody going?
I am going. Yeah. I mean, it's Game 5. You got to go.
I know, I can't go.
Yeah.
We got volleyball.
It's just too
tonight.
late.
Too many songs.
Too many songs. I can't go out back-to-back nights.
No, too sing-songy.
Yeah.
Carmen, it's 7:30 if I'm in bed by 11.
Yeah. I mean, if you do it once in a while, I get it. I just, right now, I don't have the energy.
Yeah, when I went last night, I was home by like 11. Wasn't too bad.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just, oh, man. I hope they win. I hope they win.
That sucks because if there's a penalty called there on that hit, it could have changed the whole game.
It absolutely could have. Yeah, the fact that it wasn't called in real time and then they go, oh, yeah, no, we're going to suspend him 2 games for that hit shows that the hit was illegal and it was a bad hit. And that's why Cooper was so mad.
Oh, he was mad.
That would have been, 5 minutes?
Yeah. Would have been 5 minutes and we lost in the last 4 minutes.
Yeah, it changes the whole course of the game.
Yeah.
Well, Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Good morning. It's Sherman from Sarasota. Hey, I just wanted to talk about the boat accident if you have a second.
Yeah, please. Sherman knows. He's a fisherman.
Yeah, and I've been a 45-year licensed captain. 2 quick points. One, no boat, especially with an 8-week-old, should be hauling ass at 35, 40 miles an hour at twilight or at night under any circumstances. I'm sorry, that's just plain reckless.
Yeah.
And then the second part is that there's a real contrast. Like you, Mike, and I'm not putting you down, but you could go buy a 145-foot yacht tomorrow. All you'd need is a driver's license, and you could head on out and do whatever you want. Whereas the captain of that ferry boat, pontoon boat, whatever you want to call it, he is undergoing constant drug testing, continuing education, just to sit for his exams.
Yeah.
He had to show proof of 720 days on the on the water in the type of vessel he's using. We're undergoing constant strict supervision. And it's just like anybody that's a professional captain has had their life taken in their hands a number of times by these Yahoo amateurs, not well versed on safety boaters out there. It's scary as heck sometimes.
Yeah,
it really is.
I didn't quite understand that. My brother got a boat a couple of years ago, and he went and he got a boater safety class and did that whole thing. But when he told me I didn't have to do that you don't have to, you don't need anything. That's pretty amazing to me that they'll let you drive a boat, but you need a license to drive a car, and it's pretty much the same thing.
It's much more difficult to drive a boat.
Yeah, to maneuver
Yeah.
maneuver a boat for sure. Yeah, I see your point, and I hope that at least people learn from this situation, because even if it is a pure accident, it's still somebody is negligent at some point.
Yep. Have a great day.
Thanks, Sherman.
guys.
Appreciate the call.
Yeah, it is crazy that you don't have to have any kind of license or anything like that. Up in Destin, that's such a boating area, and with Crab Island there, where everybody goes out there and parties, and you can rent boats. You can rent pontoon boats and stuff, and it's people that have no idea, never boated before, coming through, causing wakes, have no idea how to stop it. It's insane how many times you see those rental boats hit other boats.
I had an ex-girlfriend whose father had a sailboat. I couldn't understand that. I mean, the work that goes into that. Yeah, and for what?
Yeah, I don't know. People get into that type of stuff. Yeah, you would think you would just want to be able to go out there and enjoy it and stuff, but some people like to work,
pulling
and
his jig and doing all that stuff. I don't like any of that.
We were talking about the Lightning, more sports. This is crazy. The Yankees hit 4 home runs in the first inning of their game against the Orioles yesterday, making them the first team in MLB history to do so twice in one season. By the way, 4 out of the first 5 hitters hit home runs for the Yankees.
You also got to put that on the pitchers.
Don't they have the juiced up bats? The
torpedo bats, which I don't know whether all of them are using or not, but that was also, they had torpedo bats last year.
Yeah, but wasn't that first game where it was like the most home runs ever hit in the game? Now they get the most home runs in an inning ever.
They also hit 3 consecutive home runs to start the game, which is another MLB first. Yeah, unbelievable.
It's got to be the bats.
How about the one guy who didn't get the home run?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Maybe he had to have a different bat.
Yeah.
By the way, there's a comedian, and I don't know his name, but he goes, "Do you know that baseball stadiums are just whatever length they want it to be? Like, at this stadium, whatever, it's 340 feet for a home run or whatever.
Yeah.
And then this one's like 410. It just makes it
Well,
that's so weird.
It's different. It's different peaks of the park. It's not all. Yeah.
But I mean that no other sport does that. I mean,
you just alter it. It's like
the diamonds are all exactly the same.
Right.
Like the infield's exactly the same. It's the outfield how far it is to hit a home run.
Like, what if Raymond James Stadium, they played on a 110-yard field, and then the other stadium is 100-yard field?
I never really thought about that. I don't know why it's so different.
Isn't that why, like the Big Green Monster? It's like hard to hit over.
Yeah, but you could hit it and it'd be a home run.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't it, if it hits the wall?
Maybe.
At a certain height.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm so removed from baseball.
Yeah, same.
I don't remember anything.
It's crazy though. That's so weird. But yeah, 4 home runs in the first inning. 4 out of the first 5 batters hit home runs. Good Lord. So this is interesting. We go back to the bear versus lion, which was one of the big conversations that we had a long time ago, and always bring it up. And
what is the answer to that?
I think bear, grizzly. I'm talking a grizzly bear versus a lion. I'm going grizzly bear.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's tough.
The lion seems faster.
Yeah, but
the bear can stand up and can come from above, and they just have giant razor blades on there.
I also think the lion is smarter because they kind of
Listen, I think it could go either way. I'm not saying, but if you do it 10 times out of if you do it 10 times, I think the bear wins more often.
After I saw the bear open the door and get in the hot tub in Tennessee,
Yeah.
I think they can do anything.
when you see the lion pulling the rope against 15 giant muscle guys, and it's like, no,
effortlessly. Yeah.
Well, here's the new thing: social media users are fiercely debating who would win in a hypothetical matchup of one gorilla versus 100 men.
I gotta say gorilla.
Gorilla, yeah.
And although experts agree one gorilla is clearly stronger than one man, could the sheer numbers of the fight leave the gorilla at a disadvantage? Here's a few things to consider. A gorilla would come to the fight boasting more physical strength, much stronger jaw muscles, and a thick skin that's tough to penetrate.
Right.
Adult male gorillas, known as silverbacks, can weigh more than 400 pounds.
Get it.
And they're estimated to be about 4 to 10 times as strong as humans.
What
Now-
is the way to kill it?
Well, that's the thing, is if it's just straight up gorilla versus man, no weapons or anything like that, men can maneuver better, can think and strategize and do that, whatever. You're going to lose men. Men are going to die, but the sheer volume of 100 men, but also what you have to think about.
What will they do?
Huh?
What will they do? What will be the death strike?
To the gorilla?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be able to kill it. You have to be able to either choke it out,
Choke
punch it,
Yeah.
do.
I mean, I don't think
rip it.
100 guys are going to be able to choke it.
I don't think
That's
so
what you're
either.
gonna take.
And you're going 100 guys. If you're saying average guys, 100 guys, you have from Joe to me to you. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like there's a bunch of different sizes in there.
even if it's 100 guys our size, I don't think.
yeah,
I say it's not even close. The
yeah.
gorilla,
I think it's gorilla.
Destroyed.
I think it's gorilla just batting them away
Yep.
as they're coming in, and
Right.
grabs this guy, crushes his head.
Because even if you guys submit him to hold him down where I can get my arm around his throat, I'm not
You're
choking
not
out a
choking out a
gorilla.
gorilla.
No way.
Also, Joe, no offense, you're now a weapon for the gorilla. He
That's
just
right.
grabs you by the arm and hits Gio in the face with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I don't think you could, even if you had, I don't think you could hold him down. Like
No, I don't
if
think so
all
either.
100 guys all jumped at once. You wouldn't even be able to hold the
But
gorilla
even if you
down.
did, you're not killing him. You're just
No.
holding him down.
Yeah.
Also,
He's killing you.
Also, he's biting you,
Yeah.
and ripping you apart, ripping chunks of your skin. Lower center of gravity. So even if you come at it, he's blasting up. You know
It's
what
like fighting Mike Allstott.
I mean? Yeah.
If we if we all bite him at the same time.
But
That's just gonna make him mad.
That's what they say. Also, is the thick skin. They have very thick skin as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah,
This-
plus he doesn't mind having a mouthful of hair. I don't want
No.
a mouthful of monkey hair.
Yeah.
No, this is a dumb argument. I hope somebody tries it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd love
They,
to see it.
got to have some sort of simulation.
So we all go gorilla.
I'm
Yeah.
going
Oh,
gorilla.
Yeah.
100%.
100 guys fight a lion, 100 guys win.
Ooh,
Ooh,
really?
I don't
no.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think so either.
No.
I don't know.
I-
I think 100. I think 100 guys could
No,
choke
listen
out
to
a
me.
lion.
Choke out a lion.
Yeah, if you get 50 that hold it down, and you get 2 that choke it.
I think a lion's putting his paw right on your face
Yeah.
while he
Yep.
rips this one open, then he bites this one, and they're quick and they can maneuver.
So
and
basically,
everything.
we're saying we're lucky that animals are stupid.
We're lucky that we're smart. Yeah, absolutely.
And that
we have
That's-
technology.
That's why we're at the top of the food chain, is because of intelligence,
Right.
And opposable thumbs.
Gorilla's the
and
next
middle
closest
fingers.
thing.
Yeah.
I think they can strategize too.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sure they do.
Listen, once gorilla starts riding horses, it's over, man.
Yeah. Start carrying
Get
spears.
your damn filthy paws off me, you damn dirty ape. Yeah, it's crazy. But if there's 100 guys out there that want to try it, I would definitely try and get a gorilla for you.
Oh,
See what
Listen,
happens.
I'm telling you right now, that is a losing battle.
Yeah.
There's no way that's going to work out well for those 100 guys.
No.
I don't know. I would say 150 guys. And,
Well, and that's what I was saying too. Is you're definitely going to see some casualties.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
definitely going to see some casualties. That's not going to be an easy road.
I don't think 200 guys could do it.
Yeah.
I think the equivalent of that would be if Titus O'Neil were to fight 25 toddlers.
Oh yeah.
He'd just whack them.
I mean, if we all the only thing I can think is everybody jumps on it once and you just start like kicking and hitting the crap out of them.
I don't think you're gonna hurt it. I don't think you're gonna do anything.
Yeah.
That's like the thing where they say, would you rather fight 100 horses that are the size of ducks or 100 ducks that are the size of horses.
I think the horse is the size of ducks.
Yeah,
You
little
just
horses.
kick them. You're just kicking them. Listen, I don't want to hurt any animal, but yeah, if I have to, if it's life and death. Jesus, 100 horse ducks, man, coming at you.
You ever see those videos of the people that go out with the gorillas in the wild and they sit next to them? And
Yeah.
The gorillas, that's just at any minute that gorilla's just gonna go.
Oh, have you ever seen the guide that gets pulled by the gorilla?
No.
Yeah.
They're out there, and whenever they do it, they don't make eye contact with them. They kind of look down and they just go slow, whatever. And the gorilla is like, they'll charge and they do the chest thing and they're just kind of posturing and stuff. And the gorilla grabs the dude by the leg. By the way, if you want to think whether you can fight a gorilla, he grabs a full-grown man by the leg, pulls him like 20 yards real fast, just tugs him, and the guy just lets him do it, whatever. And then he just like lets him go and then just walks away and stuff. And he was just like, just so you know, I could easily rip you apart.
Yeah, just a reminder.
The one time I went out to Big Cat Rescue, there was one of the tigers there in the cage, and I turned around to take a picture, and it snuck up on me in 2 seconds and was like right behind me.
Yeah.
And it was so big, and you could feel like the wind of it when it ran by me. I felt like a breeze, like almost like the Flash.
Crazy.
Yeah, like there's no way. It was very scary.
Here is something, we all agreed on gorilla there. I think this is another thing that we're all going to agree on. An 87-year-old man in St. Petersburg, Florida, was arrested this week for domestic battery. Now, we all think that that's bad. Domestic battery
87?
is 87 years old.
All right. I mean, actually, I'm pretty proud of him at this point. 87.
His reasoning is the thing I think we can all agree on.
All right.
He was arrested this week for domestic battery after getting into it with his wife because she tried to turn the air conditioning down.
Yeah.
He's 100% right.
I'm not mad at this guy
I mean,
at all.
check the Florida statutes.
By the way, check out the picture that I just sent you of the 87-year-old guy from St. Pete that did it.
Yeah, I'm on his side.
Don't go touching that air conditioner.
Bitch, I told you.
That's more like it. That's more like it.
My friend Lou just sent me a text, and I'm not a gorilla, but I could beat off 100 men.
Oh, well, that's
all right.
probably not a thing we were talking about. Bitch, you turn this to 78? You crazy?
I'm not mad at that guy at all.
No. I mean, I don't even think that guy needs a lawyer.
No.
I think he just goes in and
No.
says,
We can't even ask Carmen because I bet Chad's the cold one in the house.
He is.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
body fat.
Yeah, I keep it at 74, and he'll be walking.
74.
And that's like during the day, and he's walking around with like a sweatshirt or a long sleeve shirt. And then for bed, I put it down to 70, and he is wearing a sweatshirt, sweatpants, socks. He's like bundled up.
He's so dainty.
Yeah. I
He'll
keep
kick your
it.
ass, Gio. Be careful.
I know. I know.
Oh, my money's on Gio on that one.
Against Chad?
Yeah.
No.
Please.
You
No.
Are you being
You're
serious
insane.
or no? Because I don't think you know
Okay.
what fighting
Yeah.
is at all.
I would
Yeah.
put my money on Chad versus all of you.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
maybe I get a lucky punch in when he's not looking, but other than that, he's way-
Challenge accepted. I don't think Chad could beat up me or Galvin.
I got to tell you, endurance wise is a big thing.
Yeah, you just
endurance
lock
wise
him
is a
up
big
one
thing.
time. He's not like the
if I
gorilla.
could,
You lock him up, you choke him out.
if I could bull rush him and then hit him when he's not expecting it,
There's a lot of ifs in those sentences.
Yeah. If
You know?
he's he's an athlete.
I love that Mike is ninja fast, where he can just
Yeah.
grab
No.
Chad.
No, he's gonna. You can take one hit as he's coming at you, and then you just snatch him.
Yeah, but he's also got a good reach. If he jabs and
Yeah.
moves back and jabs and moves back, you know what I mean?
I'd be willing to fight him.
Huh? All right.
Challenge accepted, Carmen. $1,000 online.
Oh God, I
deal.
All
Oh,
right.
he would totally do that.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
clearly they've talked about this.
Yeah.
Listen,
Seems like it.
he'll do just about anything to raise money for his football team. So if there's money involved, he's in.
Carmen's texting him right now. It's
Yeah.
happening. He said yes.
He fell for it. Yeah.
He's on because I just want to punch Mike in the face right now.
Chad's so sweet though. It'd be hard to hate him.
Yeah, but I mean, you wouldn't. I mean, you would probably hate him after he beats you.
Yeah. Once it becomes
No
a
worries.
competition, it's on.
But yeah.
Hey, I will tell you that we keep the kitchen and the living room at 72 because it's a cold 72 in this house. Like it's more the equivalent of a 70, and it runs all day. But at night, I drop that bitch down to 68. I like it cold. When I would keep it down to 65 if I wasn't afraid that the machine would freeze over.
I do know you keep Galvin's corner at like a cool, crisp 32 degrees.
It's a banana.
It's right. It's aimed right at him.
I'll tell you, today is pretty good. Yesterday, I had to do some stuff after we got off air, and I had to leave just to get outside to warm up because it was so cold. It's crazy. I'm wearing a sweatshirt right now.
Yeah.
There have been times where the Ring doorbell will go off, and I'll look at it, and I'll see Amanda just standing there. Like, you ever see somebody go outside to smoke a cigarette?
Yeah.
She'll go out there like she's going out to smoke a cigarette, and she doesn't smoke. And I'll text her, and I'll go, "What are you doing?" She's like, "I just got to go outside and warm up for a little while."
Yeah.
That's how.
Because I'll walk out into the garage area here, and I'll be like, "Oh God, it's so nice out here."
Yeah.
It is right above me, and it is blowing cold all the time. Right now, it's pretty good.
Thank you, Superheat Air.
Yeah, good testimonial.
Yeah, they do a great job.
38% of us hate when a friend asks us to help them move. We've talked about that before, where you're like, "Can I just give you money? Like, can we just do that?"
I'm telling you.
100% of us feel the same way whenever there's a different request for different things. Whatever. Here is some of the things we hate when our friends ask us to do these certain things.
Can I just tell you, when I moved here from Land O'Lakes, I hired Land O'Lakes Moving and to do everything, to pack and move it. I didn't do it. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I said to my wife, I go, "This is the best money we're ever going to spend, because there's no way just the drama with going in and packing everything and deciding just pack it and go. Let them do it all. That was the best thing I've ever done."
But what I will say, because I moved to Florida, when I was 20, and I've moved around quite a bit, moving really helps you minimize or cut back on things that you don't need, because you realize you're like, I don't want to pack this.
Well,
throw it away. I don't need this. Throw
What
it
you
away.
could also do, Carmen, though, is kind of organize and put everything in, the front area, whatever, and be like, all right, this goes in the trash, this goes up front for them to pack. You could do that as well.
Right, but I'm just saying it is a good eliminator of this
I
extra
wish
junk.
I would have threw out 30% of the stuff that's in this house.
And that's the thing, because the movers did it. They just took everything.
Yeah, they did.
And then it comes in and you're like, "Oh, well, it's here, so I'll just keep it."
Then it took us a year to find my wife's underwear.
Yeah, wait.
Oh.
Well, they were just in a box. We couldn't find them.
Did you think that they got
It was odd that the only thing that we're missing with my autographed baseballs and my wife's teabag underwear. But both of them turned up, though, and then they had nothing to do with it. We just couldn't find them.
Yeah.
So here are some of the things we hate when our friends ask us to do, like help them move. Try their home brewed beer.
or pretty much anything they make at home.
Yeah. I don't want to try your pickles and stuff. Attending their destination wedding.
Gross.
I had fun at
Depends on
Caitlin.
who it is.
Depends on who it is, and
Yeah.
depends the destination. If you're getting married in Cleveland,
Right.
and you're my third cousin, probably not showing up.
Right. But if you're, you're one of your better friends and they're getting married in the Keys, that's not such a bad thing.
I think this one goes along with how good of a friend you are with them. Providing an alibi.
Oh,
Yeah.
Please tell my wife I was with you. Please, just tell
Oh,
her.
you go to why? I went right to the police.
right to the police.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Please tell them that my hands were not bloody when you saw me.
This one, getting matching tattoos.
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand what's so funny about that.
Because you forced Joe and Spanish and Tom and everybody
I
to get
didn't
a
force
stupid
anyone
alien
to do
tattoo.
it.
I didn't do it. I was there that night.
Joe, were you
I
forced?
heard
I
people
was
were
not
forced.
forced.
Thank
I
you.
was not
Coerced?
I was not coerced. I was yelled at by Josh. He said, "You better do it." I'm
Yeah.
like, "I'm
Not me.
doing it."
I didn't do it.
Mike Olivero said he was going to get the same tattoo.
And he never did.
He never did.
Oh.
He never did.
Good. He's not in our club.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a cool club.
He's out of our
You,
club.
an old man, and naked Tom.
Naked Tom. Naked Tom.
Sad weirdo tattoo.
Dr. A-hole. How about this? Whenever they ask you to stay sober so they can get drunk, come on, you drive. Let me drink. I want to drink.
I don't know. I never had to deal with that. My friends are always who is drinking the least.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
is not the smart thing to do by any means. It's been some years since I've ever done that, but that used to be the rule. And we used to drive into Manhattan, which is crazy. Potholes and driving a Jeep that usually had no doors on it.
No,
How
it's-
we survived that, I don't
It's
know.
okay. I just drank beer. I didn't drink alcohol.
Right.
Yeah.
Only a
I'm
couple
fine.
beers.
Yeah.
Distracting the fat girl with the lazy eye so they can hit on their hot friend. You talk to her. I want to talk to
Let's
the
taking one for the team.
hot one. And then finally, buying something that we'll never use from their kid's stupid school fundraiser.
I do a lot of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. I feel very guilty and pressured to buy things from people's fundraisers.
Yeah, I don't.
You don't?
No, I don't feel pressured. But I mean, there's some people that I'll be like, yeah, I'll buy some cookies from you.
Like John's daughter is
Yeah.
a Girl Scout. That's, I mean, first of all, I want the cookies.
Right,
No lie
yeah.
about that. But every once in a while somebody's got a field trip or something like that, and as soon as I see it, I go, "Oh no, they know I saw it.
Right.
No, I got to do it."
How about this? Does anybody want to get anything off their chest and tell us what's going on or something? Today is National Honesty Day.
Huh.
Anything you want to be honest about? Anybody have anything they've been holding back? Any stuff that maybe people don't know or something that, when this happened, this was actually what was the root, the cause?
I feel like you're hitting.
I'm not.
Something
No.
specific.
I'm just putting it out there. Like, if anybody would be like, did you guys know that this,
Joe, you gonna come clean?
I have
Joe?
nothing to come clean about.
I mean, come on.
We were a little
Where-
late this morning.
whose $20 was that under the pot?
No, I did not touch the $20.
Is your car fixed yet?
No.
What happened?
I got to tell you, man, you need to buy a 3D printer and just print the part.
Yeah.
It's like, Jesus.
I don't know. I do not believe Joe's story about his car. I don't know what's going. Not that. No. Let me rephrase
Wait a
it, Joe.
minute.
I don't believe it. Sorry, Joe. I don't. Let me rephrase
Yeah.
it. I don't think that you're lying about it. I just don't quite understand it. Is what I meant to say.
Oh.
I didn't think that you were lying. I just don't really understand what is taking so long.
The
It is-
problem is Joe is taking care of it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you,
Yeah.
Carmen. Well,
Yeah.
Well, Joe,
Well, it
you-
should be done.
Joe, you don't come across as a person who is well organized.
really?
Yeah, you
No,
don't.
I-
You don't feel that way?
No.
Look at all those wires.
I know Joe has money.
Those wires are organized, Joe.
I know he has money, so it's not like he can't afford to get the part done or ordered or whatever. So I can't figure out what the holdup is.
Has to be. It's being rebuilt. That's
But Bob
that's
Murray
all
said
I
he'd
know. I'm
rebuild
not
it in a
doing
day.
Well, I don't.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to Bob Murray. I don't. You want Dan's number?
I don't know.
No,
Yeah.
but like, at some point you got to cut bait and be like, all right, listen, buddy, I know you've helped me out a lot and stuff and everything, but I got a guy who runs a BMW dealership and they can get it done. I need this car because I'm spending X amount of dollars every day on Uber, which you could have had a whole new BMW by this point.
Well, I don't know about that.
How
Pretty
long
close.
How long has it been since the car's been out of commission?
Well over a month.
Yeah,
It's probably been a month.
a month.
And how much is your Uber?
I don't like $35-$40.
Each way.
Each way.
Yeah,
So
Oh.
$80 a day.
times 30.
times 30.
Yeah, 30. You said a month, 30 days.
No,
Well, but it's only
But-
5, so it'd be
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
20.
5, I guess. Yeah.
20.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that $1,600.
right.
$1,600 on
Like
I
top
don't know
of
what they're paying you around here.
on top of the part and on top of fixing and doing all that
It's
stuff.
not this job that's getting that car fixed.
I would have rented a car. I would have
Yeah.
bought another car. I don't know, something.
All right.
That
Anything
probably
else?
would have made more sense to rent the car because you could probably rent the car for a couple $100 a month,
Maybe.
right?
I guess.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know.
you can rent a car for like $25 a day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I-
How nice.
and this is why we think you're the problem.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's fine. You can think I'm a problem. I don't care.
I feel like Joe is not taking advantage of Honesty Day.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
No.
Okay.
What's really happening?
No.
Did someone steal your car?
Spanish take
No.
your car?
No. Yes.
Did you crash your car?
Yes. I smashed it up into a bridge.
Break bridge.
I
Break bridge.
dove it over a bridge. And
Yeah,
Into a ferry?
Something
Yeah.
doesn't add up.
Something's not
Did you
adding up.
lose your
No.
license?
No, it's right here in my pocket.
Mm.
Did you lose driving privileges with your license?
No. I have.
You don't
not.
think it's odd at all that it takes a month to fix
No.
a car?
No, I don't.
Because first it was like, well, we're waiting for the part for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then now
No,
it's,
we had to figure out what part it was, and we had to take the part out, and we
Yeah.
had to ship it to California. It has to get rebuilt, has to get sent back.
So
We had to put it
where
back
are we
in.
at in the timeline
I
now?
don't know. I haven't talked to Dan.
Oh,
I told him call me when you're ready.
okay, so we're waiting on Dan.
Yeah.
All right, Dan.
No,
California is the only
don't- you
place
don't-
that
listen.
fixes.
Dan is a mechanical genius. You can't rush genius.
Okay, listen, I don't know
He's
what
doing
Dan
what
is.
he's doing. I have complete and full confidence in him, and everyone else can not care. That would be better for me.
I'm back to not caring, Joe.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Thank you.
no problem.
If you don't care, what's the line?
I
You
don't,
don't
care.
care, then we don't care.
Yeah.
You don't care. I don't know.
Limp Bizkit.
Oh yeah, you don't care. We don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too much musical.
Speaking of music, how about this? Sad news. The Alarm singer, Mike Peters, passed away after a 3-decade battle with cancer.
30 years.
He was 66
I don't even know what the
old.
Alarm is.
The Alarm sold me down the river. They had a couple other hits. They were in the 80s. Remember it all? No, nothing. Yeah, I liked the Alarm. They were decent. But yeah, he died. Yeah, that's a long time to be battling with cancer. 3-decade battle with cancer.
Well, that's a pretty good run.
66 years old. How about this, man? I don't know. I don't know where I stand on this because you get married and you kind of enter into an agreement and stuff, and then you get divorced and you're just allowed to say things and write books and stuff. Christy Brinkley says she hesitated to include stories of Billy Joel's drinking problem in her new memoir. Quote, it demonstrates what I was up against. I was 100% dedicated to Billy, but I never told anyone about our issues, not even my friends.
She said that he was so into alcohol, it was like trying to deal with him having another girlfriend.
Yeah.
That he would just be so into the drinking. I don't know if he's still like that. Or I remember he got in a couple of car accidents
Yeah, I
and
remember
stuff,
that.
and I know, but I don't know that. I don't know anything about him, so I don't know if he's still doing that. But yeah, I read that it was pretty. And she got screwed a couple of times. She had Billy Joel, who was a raging alcoholic, and then she married another guy, and that guy was cheating on her with a teenager. Remember that?
Oh.
He had a girlfriend who was like I mean, I think she was of age, but I think she was like 18 or 17, and he was having an affair with her. I don't remember who she was.
Wow, somebody's cheating on Christy Brinkley. Isn't that crazy?
No, it just goes to show you.
Yeah.
Eventually, you get tired of banging the same person.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's just wild. You would think Christy Brinkley is like, all right, I got this locked down. I'm Christy Brinkley, but something different. It doesn't have to be better.
Meant to be monogamous, except my wife. Nobody else is. But no, I mean, it's human nature to get bored and want to explore other things. Also, I find that guys who are, you get Christy Brinkley and you're like, yes, this is the greatest. I got Christy Brinkley. Then another opportunity presents itself, and you were like, wait a second, there could be something better than Christy Brinkley. And you're like, oh, how do I pass that up?
Also, you're now trading. It's kind of like having $20 million in the bank.
Yeah.
If you have $20 million in the bank, anyone's going to loan you money.
Yeah.
So if you have Christy Brinkley at home, women are going to be like, something's going on over here. What's happening?
Oh,
and you're trading on the fact that you're married to Christy Brinkley. And other women are go, oh, he's married to Christy Brinkley.
100%.
Clearly, there's something
100%.
happening.
Yeah. Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
What's going on, guys?
What's up, buddy?
I think I have a strategy that 100 guys could beat the gorilla.
All right.
And like Galvin said, you're going to lose a lot of people. But Mike, I think you said you might be able to hold it down for a little while. So you send 20 people in at a time to grab the legs and arms, and then you send other people in, and they got to stick their thumb basically through the eye of the monkey, of the gorilla.
That's the most
Once you
vulnerable
blind it,
spot.
then you
Yeah.
then eventually you can hopefully break a leg because it can't see you. But it might work.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is while you're trying to push your thumb through a gorilla's eye, his giant teeth and jaws are inches away from your hand as you're doing that.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's you may be able to blind it, but I still don't think you're killing it. I don't think it's happening. But try it though. Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Morning, Mike. How you doing?
Good. What's up?
Good. I have a strategy for past half in this car. And I love Favre. He's, I love all you guys. I've been listening a long time, and I think that one or two things you can call this guy Dan up, on your show, on the air, see what's going on, see if there's any shenanigans going on, or right now maybe look up, just go to DL Check online, take his license number, and see if it's valid. Maybe something popped up, because he's being a little bit vague when it comes to his, Steve Hurley or whoever you said is going to help him out,
right?
And he's just not. It doesn't seem like he's, not, accepting the help.
Yeah,
so
but
something's going on. Nobody in their right mind would spend over $1,000 on Ubers. Whether you're paying for it or he's paying for it.
I'm definitely not paying for it. I'll tell you that. But I will tell you that you just described in a long way. You just described Joe. We don't really understand what's going on with Joe at any time.
No.
And we try to question it, and we get those answers, and we go, okay, that's just Joe. Yeah. So here's the thing. I'm not paying for his Uber, right, Joe? I'm not paying for that.
Correct.
So it is really none of my business. I would like to help if I can, but I can't.
I know,
I
and you
can't
do,
force
Michael.
it.
I
But
appreciate it.
thank you, sir. No. I know. I'm just saying. I don't really know what more I could do. I could offer to say, is there anything we could do? And you say, no, we're waiting on Dan. And I go, okay.
That's it.
Dan is the man.
Joe is not one to take advice.
Not
No,
always.
I told him not to get a BMW.
He had the BMW.
No, this
Mike
is a new
Calta
one.
Show low. Oh, is it?
Too much.
Hey, I was curious your guys' opinion on the Bille Belichick thing with that girl he's dating. Yeah, I think she's like a sugar daddy from a website. They don't want to talk about it. What do you guys think?
I don't think she's like a legit sugar daddy where she's like a sugar baby, like where she's a hired, girl. But it's definitely that sort of relationship. I think that.
Yeah, she's not with him for his looks.
I think that there's probably certain girls are. I will tell you that my wife first liked me because I think I reminded her of her dad. I got that from girls before.
Yeah.
It was a little bit funny, a little nice to her. I treated her right, and I think girls look for a guy like that. And then also mixing the fact that he's an NFL coach or the winningest NFL coach in history, and it's like you said with Christy Brinkley. When girls find out you're married to Christy Brinkley, they're all of a sudden more attracted to you. So I don't think that there's a financial thing going on there, although subtly there is.
But did you see the video how she was controlling the interview and shutting down the when they're asking questions?
Yeah, but also that comes in a relationship. If my wife didn't want me to do something like, me, I will do anything. And sometimes stuff bothers her. And she's like, whenever we did the podcast together, I would talk about things that she didn't want to talk about.
Yeah. What if your wife was like, no, he's not talking about his radio show?
Yeah, I don't. You'll never hear her speak for me. I can tell you
This
that.
girl,
I wouldn't speak
she
for
was
her.
speaking.
I heard it.
Yeah, she was shutting him down.
Yeah, but it also involved her. She was like, "We're not talking about the relationship."
No, it was also about football. He was asking
really?
football questions. She's like, we're not talking about that.
I don't know where we comes into that situation.
That's their we.
Well, then you want to be a cuck. Be a cuck.
They're we.
There's a big difference.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think she's clearly trying to catapult herself somehow into
sure, and it's
fame.
working.
Yeah,
She's going to be the new Patriots coach.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick. Mike Calta Show low.
Hello, how you guys doing?
Good. What's up?
Galvin had the correct solution for 100 men being a gorilla.
Right.
When one of those guys gets the crap kicked out of him and his bones are all ripped apart, that'll create weapons for any of the survivors.
Oh, that's a good one, sir. So you put a sacrificial lamb in there, you get him killed when you use his rib bones to stab the monkey.
Couple ringers you send in.
Yeah.
I got to tell you,
exactly.
that's been the best suggestion we've had so far.
Joe's
Thank
going
you.
in first.
Yeah, Galvin said though that the gorilla would pick Joe up and use Joe as a weapon against the humans.
Right. It'd have to be Galvin because he had the biggest bones.
Yeah.
We can use your big long leg bones. You say no? You don't like that idea?
By the way, I love the strategy between the 100 guys. We're going to do this. Meanwhile, it's like, there's a goddamn gorilla! just running at you.
Get him!
Yeah.
Hey, reminder, we got the bone bonus keyword coming up in 5 minutes. So
Yes.
4 minutes, actually. 4 minutes. Stay by your radio, and in 4 minutes, we'll give you the bone bonus keyword. You put it in, and you can get yourself $1,000.
Talking about Belichick and football and stuff, San Francisco 49ers and George Kittle have reached an agreement on a 4-year, $76.4 million extension. That move makes Kittle the highest paid tight end in NFL history and keeps him with the 49ers through 2029 season. The 31-year-old tight end was entering the final year of his 5-year, $75 million contract that previously topped the tight end market in total value. So he's going to be all right. George Kittle's going to be all right. Right?
Yeah. I saw Carmen met George Kittle at the draft.
Super Bowl,
rather. Yeah.
He was super nice.
Kittle and Crosby. She got a picture with Crosby as well.
Did Kittle even like pay attention to you as a girl, or was he just like, yeah, I'll take the picture?
No, because he was like walking through. He was on his way to Pat McAfee, and I like got him in the cross. I was like, "Can I get a selfie, please?" He's like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." He was like super nice about it. Where I ran into Joe Burrow, did the same thing. And he looked at his feet, and then all his handlers were like, no, get away, and started pushing everyone back. So
yeah, Kittle was on that Netflix show.
Seems like a cool guy.
Yeah, he does. He seems very fun.
Kittle looks like Kid Rock.
Yeah.
But super nice.
Yeah.
Just a cool dude.
And he seems like a kid, too. He seems like I'm happy to be playing football and making a bunch of money and scoring touchdowns.
Like, can you believe I'm in the NFL and I'm really actually good?
Yeah. And his wife seems very supportive, too.
Yeah.
They have a good relationship. Yeah.
I like
him. In college, right? I think.
Yeah, because she played basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's the same.
well, no, but I'm just saying they
No,
were
I
both
know.
athletes,
Yeah.
so they played and stuff, and that's why he said like she's been his biggest like support.
Oh, hello.
I just heard a duck.
Oh,
Yeah.
Was
Two-
that a mini horse? Or was
That's-
it a duck?
That's
2
my
minutes.
alarm for the
2
bonus.
minutes. A guy who I love and I think is hilarious, Martin Short, will host another revival of Match Game. No word on who the panelists may be or when it's going to premiere. Or anything.
Match game's only going to be good is if they drink.
Yeah.
That was how the match game was good before because they used to all get smashed.
Yeah.
Nobody's watching those stupid shows.
I love Martin Short, though. He's hilarious. But
He's good, but
Yeah, this
you know
won't.
the match game's dumb.
yeah.
And I said, why don't you put it in your blank?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you put it in your oven? Oh, dumb.
No, that's not the answer.
No.
No. This, I don't know whether you even knew this or not, but Robert De Niro has a 29-year-old son named Aaron. Did you know
I
that?
he has kids. I don't know.
Did you know that Aaron just came out and is now a transgender woman who goes by Aaron spelled differently? So it was Aaron. Now it's Airyn.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. And I got to tell you, I'm going to show you a picture here. in a
Not
second.
bad looking.
Not whether bad looking or
Probably
whatever,
has a black mother, so it's probably a mixed.
but like I don't know whether you would know.
that
So
had a
this
PB?
this is what. Hang on, I'm sorry. I sent it to myself and it didn't come through. Oh, here it is now. So I don't know whether you would know that was a transgender person.
Okay, well
Whether
that's
you would just
that.
go-
I think is the best. That's the goal, right?
Right. I think if you saw this, you would go, oh, okay, that's a girl. Here's the picture. They have it up on Joe has it on Bone TV as well. But take a look. I just sent it to your guys' phone. If you saw that person, you would think that was a girl,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's some obviously that you're like, yeah, all right, well, we know what you're doing.
Let me tell you what I was watching last night was a clip of Jim Norton and his wife,
Mm-hmm.
who is transgender,
Mm-hmm.
and she looks fine as a woman, but also looks like there could be a man in there. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then I thought, does she ever use man voice when they're home alone?
When she gets mad,
When she gets mad or from the other room?
if
Hey,
he's
Jim, you know where my shoes are?
or if he's doing something that's annoying, and she's like, stop, you know, whatever, and then he keeps doing it, and she goes, Jim.
Yeah.
Stop.
Oh, if she snaps.
Yeah.
And then you realize there's a dude over there. I don't know. That's just awkward to me. I don't care. You want to call yourself Aaron and wear a dress and be happy? I don't care. Whatever makes you happy. But it was just still a little awkward.
Dexter Resurrection, the sequel to the series flagship Dexter, has set a release date and has dropped a teaser trailer saying as much, and it reintroduces Michael C. Hall as the title character, Dexter Morgan. Dexter Resurrection will debut with 2 episodes on Friday, July 11th on streaming and on demand for Paramount Plus with Showtime subscribers before its debut on Sunday, July 13th. Remaining episodes will roll out weekly then. Dexter Resurrection from the showrunner and the executive producer Clyde Phillips is a continuation of Dexter New Blood.
All right, hold on. I got questions about this.
And-
Carmen, fire it off.
It picks up. Let me finish because this explains probably some of the questions you're asking. Picks up immediately after the 2021 limited series left off, where Dexter Morgan is revived after being shot by his son Harrison.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here, ready?
Yeah.
Here we go, Bone Fam. The Bone Bonus. Presented to you by Farah and Farah, Tampa's accident attorneys. FarahandFarah.com. This hour's Bone Bonus keyword is
Special.
Special.
This hour's keyword is special. Head over to the 1025 The Bone app and enter special, SPECIAL, before 30 minutes past the top of the hour, and that $1,000 Bone bonus could be yours.
There you go. Go get your money.
By the way, whenever you said fire it off, I thought you were saying fire off questions. Like she had
Oh,
a bunch
no.
That's why I was like, well, hold on.
No.
Yeah. So the resuscitation of Dexter was revealed in a flash forward in a Dexter Original Sin, the prequel series that wrapped its first run in February. So
Yeah, I never watched any of it, so I know it's hugely popular.
Yeah, I like it, and hopefully it'll be good. We'll see. We'll see what happens with it. Metallica is releasing 245 unreleased tracks.
Oh my god!
In a deluxe reissue of their '96 album Load. The box set boasts 15 CDs, 6 LPs, and 4 DVDs. A comprehensive time capsule of 1995 to 1997 era that retails for $275.
Who's buying that when you could just get it all for free?
Yeah, I don't know. People that want to collect stuff and have the physical things. All of the formats are out June 13th via Blackened.
I also saw that they announced that Metallica is doing some things around the week that they're here, the weekend that they're here. Kirk Hammett's doing a thing at the Hard Rock
nice.
where he does like a live Q&A, a talk or something. I don't know, had to do with art or something. Then they're showing that Metallica movie in the movie theater, the Metallica Saved My Life. Well, that'd be pretty cool.
And then they have the Black and the Whiskey, and they do the Black and Burgers and stuff. I don't know if they're going to set that up here or not, but they had that down at Rockville, and it was pretty cool because you got the Metallica Black and Burger, which was actually a really good burger.
Yeah.
And it comes in a box. It's a Metallica box, and it has a pick in there, Metallica pick, and it has a few different little things, whatever kind of makes up for having to pay $20 for a burger or whatever it was. But it was decent burger. Finally in news, someone on the internet asked, what outdated slang words or terms do you still use often? And people can probably tell how old you are by what you... I have some of the different ones if you want to go through them and maybe think some of your own. What?
Joe uses the Wayuns.
Wayuns.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know where that came from.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to be on here or not. How about gnarly? Anybody using gnarly?
It's more a West Coast thing, I think.
Yeah, that's I think surfer. I think gnarly.
When I was a kid, I remember radical.
Radical.
Wells says gnarly all the time, but he's a San Diego kid.
Yeah,
that's rad.
What about stoked?
I've used stoked.
I use stoked sometimes.
This one I use all the time. Sweet.
Oh yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet. What about word? I actually say word quite a bit.
So do I, but I say it more in a mocking way.
Same.
Yeah.
But I do. Sick.
No.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
That I see there with the kids a lot.
I say this all the time, and I don't know why, but I just said it, and I continue to say it. Instead of saying goodbye, I say peace.
Yeah, that Bobby does that too. I go, who are you guys that you're saying peace?
I don't know. For some reason, I'm like, all right, I'm out here. Peace.
Yeah, I don't get that. That's the weirdest thing to me.
I don't know, and I don't even mean peace.
No, I know.
I use the peace sign emoji a lot.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I don't. I use thumbs up all the time. I'm a big thumbs up guy.
Well, I always mean the problem is it's always when you're hanging up, I'll be like, all right, talk to you later. And Bobby will go, all right, peace. And I always want to go, who are you talking to peace? What does that mean? Peace.
But if you notice, whenever I leave here, I'll be like, all right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Yeah.
Or peace out. I say peace out a lot too. Yeah, I don't know. What about dude?
Oh, dude.
Dude, all the time.
Dude, all the time. Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
We definitely use this one, especially when we're talking about a certain someone.
Tell me the someone. Let me see if I can come up with the word.
Holly.
Oh.
Tight.
Tight.
Yeah.
Tight. I do use tight quite a bit. What about okie dokie?
No.
Okie dokie. What about saying now we're cooking with gas?
No.
This one I use a lot, and I know Joe uses a lot. Can you dig it?
Oh, I definitely say that a lot.
yeah. Can you dig it? What about da bomb?
No.
Or it's thebomb.com?
No.
Hella? Do you use hella for anything?
No.
Bee's knees?
No.
Well, I mean, it's showing how old.
Yeah.
I could see Joe saying that.
Yes, Joe has probably said bee's knees before.
What about bogus?
Bogus I use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whippersnapper?
No.
Oh, Joe uses that for
I
sure.
chase him off my lawn all the time.
This one I think your dad uses. Home slice.
No,
he says homie.
Homie, yeah.
Homie. Home slice is a little bit different. This one.
My dad uses the phrase when somebody ignores him, he'll say, "What's up, homie? You don't know me?"
I'm on the pay no mind list.
Yeah.
This one, my oldest brother Tom definitely uses when we make fun of him. Smell you later.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Smell you later. What about snap?
No,
I think I probably say that.
That seems like a chick thing.
I know, but also it's like a OSH word, but you don't say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I said something, you went, "Oh snap!" I don't
No, but I could see me looking at something going, "Oh snap!" Like on the air.
Yeah.
You know.
What about you may use this one because it's one of your favorite movies. Fetch.
No, I don't. I don't.
Stop
Just
trying to
stop
make
not
it-
making it work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about totes?
Nope.
Totes my
Nope's
goats?
on the totes.
I say it to my kids a lot.
You say
totes?
Yeah, but I do it to annoy them.
Yeah.
Anybody using golly?
Nope.
No.
What about noise?
No.
No. Geez Louise?
Yeah, I say that all the time. Yeah.
I say good grief all the time.
I always say "Geez Louise" because I had a friend that used to say that, and it just got stuck in my head.
I say good grief and good Lord
Good
all the time.
Lord.
Like, something happens, I go, good Lord.
Yeah.
I don't know. For some reason, I think that's funny, and I may have gotten that from Norm McDonald.
Oh.
Norm McDonald seems like he says good
Yeah,
Lord, right? Good Lord. Someone said, I'm known as the right on guy at work. Right on. Hey, right
Oh
on.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
Right on's not my thing either.
What about bruh?
No,
Yeah.
I'm bro or nothing.
This one, 100% I say too much. Bananas. I say bananas all the time. I mean, to the point where my wife and I will actually just send banana emojis back and forth. So Mike Olivero asked if we needed any Rays tickets the other day, and my father-in-law is a huge Rays fan, so I was like, yeah, can I get 2 tickets, whatever, and I was going to give him my father-in-law, but he could not go. So I told my wife, I go, hey, if you want to go, or I'm not going to go. So she went with her friend Coco, who I've talked about before, crazy Asian Coco. And,
not Asian.
No, yeah, well, doesn't
But does not
identify.
identify
She
as
is
Asian.
she
Yeah.
is technically Asian, but does
Right.
not identify as Asian. But anyways, they were in the game, and my wife texted me, and she goes, "Coco just asked me, is it halftime yet?" At the baseball game, and I just wrote back 3 banana emojis. Yeah, so bananas I say way too much. What about calling people cats? This is a cool cat.
Joe, I get that from Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can do that.
Cat named Mo.
yeah, he's the one we don't call a cat.
Yeah.
What about saying, "Come on, sweetheart, let's blow this pop stand"?
No.
Any old phrases like that you use? Anybody do that?
I
So
do.
what are the things
I
I
u-
say?
I use "Let's dance" when it's time to get out of the car.
Dance.
Let's dance.
What do I say? I always use like old people terms, like I say dungarees.
Oh yeah.
I say knapsack.
I tell Joe, let's make some moves.
Yeah. Well,
What? There's a couple of old fogey terms I use like to describe things.
My mom used to say this all the time.
Horse hockey.
Horse hockey.
Yeah.
What about crying out loud?
Oh yeah, for crying out
yeah.
loud. I say horse hockey because of Colonel Potter from MASH. He used to say it all the time.
Oh, go ahead.
My mom used to also say for crump's sake.
Crump.
Yeah, instead of
Christ?
saying, yeah, well, you
Yeah,
don't want to
you know,
use.
yeah.
Yeah.
You
so-
say pumpkin all the time.
Pumpkin I use.
That seems super old.
hmm
That's like a grandpa. Oh, pumpkin.
That started out as like an insult.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, at the country station, women found it endearing.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, it just stuck. Now I just say it. I don't
But
even
you
know.
also
Think about
don't
it.
actually say pumpkin. You say pumpkin.
pumpkin.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I don't even know how that started. It just I think I was saying it at first. Oh, pumpkin, listen to me, like trying to
Right.
talk down to somebody.
Condescending.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll say cupcake. No, it's all right. Cupcake. Relax.
Oh yeah, cupcake's good.
yeah. Especially when
Cupcake to a guy, you're getting in a fight.
Yep. When you're in an argument, oh, relax, cupcake. It'll be fine.
Guy works too. Easy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guy's insulted.
Princess.
Yeah.
What's wrong, princess? You're getting all upset?
Oh, that's good.
Oh, we had a kid. Do you remember G-Force Battle of the Planets? It was a
Yeah,
cartoon.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And one of the yeah.
Yeah.
One of the guys was a girl, not a sorry. One of the characters was a girl, and her name was Princess. And we had this kid in school, Joey, and we used to call him Princess from that all the
Yeah.
time. Like from 2nd grade to 8th grade, he was Princess. Died in 9/11. Firefighter.
Oh.
Yeah. Like I feel like I should apologize for calling him Princess. All those
Yeah.
years.
That
Sorry
makes you a
about
bad person.
I know. I'm sorry, Joseph. There you go.
Sorry, princess.
Sorry, Princess.
Well, there you go. That is it for news.
All right. Hopefully, you went to the Bone app and put in the Bone bonus keyword, and you could win $1,000. You have another 18 minutes or so to do that if you didn't get a chance. We will take a break. When we come back, Galvin's got a brand new open letter. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. I do, out of courtesy, ask Bobby Kelly if he wants to go.
Yes.
I say, do you want to go? If you don't want to go, that's fine. And Bobby said, I will skip this next one and I will go on 20.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because I think 20 needs to be a big time.
Okay.
20 needs to be. We might have to bring Ralphie back from the dead for that.
Yeah.
Bobby officially out.
Bobby officially out for the next year.
Right.
Yeah, but For now, yeah. We'll see if that changes. Dude, I've been thinking about it.
And if you bring somebody else, he'll be like, you're bringing them?
Yeah.
You know. Anyway. I don't like to think about it now because it seems like it just takes so long to get to, you know? If you start talking about the cruise, thinking about it, I find it better to put your deposit down and then just forget about it. Before you know it, you'll be like, damn, how are we going on the cruise already?
Is it next week?
Yeah.
I know we're in December and we always do like the pub crawl and give away the cruise.
Yeah.
And we're like, man, it's
right
gonna
around the
be
corner.
here. And we're like in December, getting ready to go on break. We're like, man, the cruise is going to be here so fast.
Now, does anybody have any vacations planned? Anything coming up? You guys driving around the world?
I don't think so. Not because we went spring break, and I don't know what's going on for summer.
I have a couple days off in June that I'm taking.
That I know about,
but it's just a couple days.
And I think that I'm going to take off in August for our family vacation before my daughter goes back to school.
I think now my daughter wants to go up to New York and go to an actual Broadway show. So I might do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, that's a quick in and out. You can fly into New York and to Newark really cheap, shoot over the city and
2 nights in a hotel and then tickets for the show.
Yep. And you can, there's a whole bunch of shows.
Yeah.
That's a good time. Don't go to the musicals unless you're prepared for that.
A lot of songs.
I am a theater goer now.
Yeah.
We were talking about last night. We went to see Back to the Future, the musical, at the Strauss Center, and Gio and his daughter loved it. Me and my son hated it, and we left at intermission.
And there may or may not have been a black lady.
Yeah.
I mean, there must have been. I don't know how.
Jennifer was played by
a black woman.
A black woman.
I could not see that.
Yeah.
And my son did see it, and we told him he was crazy.
I mean, I think I saw it. Now you got me questioning.
Mandela.
Well, he saw it. He thought he saw it too. So
I mean, I didn't care, and just
nobody
Sounds
cared.
like you did. Sounds like you keep bringing it up.
you just point out the things that are different than the movie.
Oh, now they're different.
Yeah.
Those people are different. Is that what you're trying to say?
Was she running for mayor?
No. It's just Marty's girlfriend.
Yeah, I'm dying to go tell my son. I want to go. I'll be like, you were right. She is black. I don't know. I didn't see it at all. How do you miss that?
I don't know. I mean, she's not really in it that much.
I don't know.
It was the beginning and the end.
Ugh.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to check in with Galvin. He has a brand new open letter.
And now, an open letter from Galvin.
This is an open letter to sports fans. Dear sports fans, seriously, listen, there's a lot of sports fans out there that watch and root for their teams, all the way from the WNBA to real sports like football and hockey and baseball and real basketball, which we call the NBA. Speaking of the NBA, I was watching last night, and very average white dude in his 30s was sitting courtside. He was standing up and yelling at Giannis, the center/power forward from the Milwaukee Bucks, and holding up both middle fingers. And he wasn't doing it to the side or when no one was looking. He was just feet away from Giannis while he was doing this. Now, if you don't know Giannis, he is a Greek/Nigerian professional athlete from Milwaukee Bucks that stands 6'11" and weighs about 245 pounds. And if I'm eyeballing it, has about 3% body fat and looks like he could fight a gorilla all by himself and win. He could literally rip your arms off your body like a psycho kid pulling the wings off of a fly. And you think what? Because you bought front row tickets that you can just yell at this guy? Think again. Just ask Latrell Sprewell. Remember him? He choked a guy. And not just any guy. Spree choked his own coach. Or how about Ron Artest, a.k.a. Metal World Peace? You think that guy changes his name, isn't crazy, and won't do something if you throw a drink on him? Old Meta, a.k.a. Ron, went into the stands to fight everyone. So much that they gave the fight a title, Malice at the Palace. People that yell at the refs, sure, we all do it, but answer me this. How many times have you been watching your team and the ref makes a bad call and you jump up, you scare your dog, you throw your remote across the room and start yelling at the TV, only to watch the replay and realize the ref was 100% right? For me, the answer is all the time. All the time that happens to me. Fighting other fans, We've all seen the videos. It never works out well. You either beat up some guy or get beat up in front of your kids and an entire stadium, only to have that video live on for the rest of your life on social media. And you don't think that your friends are ever going to let you live that down? Every argument for the rest of your life ends with, "Shut up, Gary, before I beat your ass like that 60-year-old did at the Cowboys game." And sorry, there's no good comeback from that. I'm Galvin from the Mike Calta Show, and this has been an open letter to sports fans.
Yeah, I'm not fighting anybody.
No,
I'm not fighting anybody.
But it's amazing to me to see these people yelling right at these professional athletes that could kill you if they wanted to.
But they also know there's no way that that's happening.
No way.
Well, if it does happen, now you're suing everybody.
Most likely it's not going to happen.
Do you remember that the one guy that lost his job for yelling at the girl, all those
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he said the C word a lot, and then it came out he was like in HR and then he got fired.
Yeah.
Or let go, whatever, you know what I mean? Because he broke their moral clause of the company.
Yeah, he was fighting with fans. They were sitting next to each other, and he's yelling at the girl and doing all
and he made her cry.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah, you don't do that. I try my best to keep to myself. I know I'm a big guy, so I try to stay as small in my seat as I can. I don't stand up a lot because I don't want to block the people behind me. Like, you just got to be a little courteous to the people around you.
My favorite story of all that stuff is, if you're going into, rival territory or whatever, and you're wearing your jersey and stuff, is when we went and saw the Steelers. Me and my family went and saw the Steelers in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
In Jacksonville. It's an armpit of the city, and Jaguars and stuff and everything. And this guy kept on turning around and yelling stuff at us. The game's not over. By the way, the Steelers wound up winning, so shut up. The game's not over or anything like that. And he turned around, and my dad was getting mad about it. My dad was annoyed by the guy. So my brother Tim leaned over and said, "If you turn around again, I'm going to break your back." The guy looked forward for the next 5 minutes, didn't turn around, and then just got up and left. And never came back.
Did it come back?
Never came back.
I hate the guy there's always the guy that turns around and goes back. Come on,
make
some noise. Shut
up. Or get up.
Who made you the leader?
I paid for my ticket. If I want to sit, I'm gonna sit.
Yeah.
Shut up, man.
I also don't understand. When I was big into the Yankees, I hated the Red Sox, but I'm not mad at you for being a Red Sox fan. Like what?
Yeah.
At the end of the game when the Yankees win, you can give them a little, we got you this time, that kind of buzz ball. But I mean, what are you really mad at them for?
Now, if you're an Eagles fan, I think you're garbage. You're 100% scumbag. 100%.
You know who's the worst is our singer Josh, who was giving me grief during football season. He's like, Dolphins are going to beat your Steelers. It's not. And I go, are you a Dolphins fan this week?
Right.
Because you're a Colts fan.
Yeah.
And then you met your girlfriend. Now you're a Dolphins fan, but you're also a Bucks fan too, right? Like, who are you rooting for? Stop it.
There's so many people like that, especially on social media, like going to see the Bucks, and they're all decked out in Bucks, and my team, the Dolphins, and then my team, the Steelers.
Yeah.
And it's just it's hilarious. I don't.
By the way, don't throw Steelers fans in that.
Oh, the
That never
same
happened.
thing. Yeah. People who just just say you like football, and you also like dressing up.
Still blows my mind whenever, and it happened the other day. I was at the Lightning game and I was talking about it, and I said, people don't understand my theories behind concert t-shirts and the jerseys and all that stuff. I go, I don't understand it. It's the Panthers and the Lightning are playing. I go, and then you're going to see a guy in a Dallas Stars jersey. No lie. 30 seconds later, a guy in a Dallas Stars jersey came out of the bathroom. I go, what is going on? I don't understand it.
I did not. I paid attention at Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
I did not wear a Pearl Jam shirt. I have a few of them.
What did you wear?
Just a black t-shirt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I just wore a black t-shirt and jeans. But there were a lot of Pearl Jam.
Oh,
shirts
of course.
there. I mean, a lot.
Yeah.
Because they're a big merchandise band. And
But I
there was
also love whenever I'm at a concert and there are people are wearing the shirt of the band, whatever, and I go, they're playing tonight.
No.
That's my favorite. Confused.
What?
But I think with the Pearl Jam, it is a lot like the posters with the shirts. Like, what concert's that from? You know what I mean? Like, people are wearing them to show that they've been to.
It's a status thing.
I think so. Like,
in that fan base.
Yeah. Like, oh, that's the shirt from Vancouver, and that's the shirt from Japan. And,
Which one do you have?
Right.
Yeah.
I did not wear a Pearl Jam.
The posters are kind of cool.
Well, I mean, the idea of the posters are cool, but both those posters sucked.
Yeah.
They were terrible.
When you told me about the one, I went and Googled it. I saw
The Indians?
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, it looked like somebody was mocking a real poster.
I wouldn't feel comfortable hanging it up in my house.
No, it was really weird. When we come back from break, we're going to talk to you about what could be one of the biggest falls from grace, and a tie right here to this show and to to Florida as usual. Everything always happens here. And Brett Favre's wiener. We'll get into all that when we come back. It's the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. All right. So years ago, I worked at 98 Rock. I did mornings there, and I knew Geo kind of.
Yes.
Right? You had worked for iHeart.
Yes.
But I did not know you then. But we had mutual friends in common. We had Spice and Big Dick. You know, those guys used to talk about you all the time.
I had met Spice first, and I met him through you.
Okay.
Or no, I met you through him.
Through him, yeah.
Because you guys were working together right after I had met him.
Right. And then we became friends, and anyway, we were at the station, Spice and I together, and it was really when the internet started becoming what it is today, when Facebook started taking off and MySpace was the thing and all that.
It's probably like 04, 03, somewhere in there.
Yeah. I don't even know. It's all my dates run together. But anyway, right as the MySpace and the internet start becoming a big thing, these girls start showing up on the internet from FSU games. And they were usually the same, like, 3 girls. One of them was Lana from the WWE. One of them was Jen Sturger, who was a bartender. I don't know if Lana was too, and I don't know what her real name is. But was she a bartender, or did she just go to the games?
I think she just went to the games.
They would go to the games. They would take FSU shirts and Cowgirl shirts, and they would tie them up and make their boobies look really big. And they would really look smoking hot.
It was originally it was a Florida State Miami on TV, and Brett Musburger, they cut to a clip of these hot girls in the front of the stands, and he goes, "Oh my God, every red-blooded man in America just signed up to go to Florida State."
Yeah,
like he was gushing over them on the thing.
They were smoking hot.
He's smoking hot, and then after that, they kind of started going viral.
She's naturally pretty, Jen is.
Yeah.
And she had huge cans at the time. And she would wear the shirts where she'd push them up, and she'd tie the shirt in the middle, and she'd wear the super jean shorts. And it was just hot.
Yeah, so once they were on national TV at one time, then it was like every game, these same 3 or 4 girls were in the front row at Florida State in the cowboy hats and the cowgirl things.
Right.
And at the time, I was working in radio in Tallahassee, and I had a weekly gig at the bar that Jen was a bartender at. So I kind of knew her a little bit before she went viral. And I was like, oh my God, that's the chick from the bar.
Yeah.
And you get a little bit of heat that's like, all right, let's start doing this more, whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm sure whoever with FSU is like, hey, let's make sure we get them front row.
So they would start walking around the tailgates before the games, and they were became like overnight celebrities locally in Tallahassee. Every dude wants to get a picture with the smoking hot cowhead girl or girls.
Girls, yeah. I mean, they were really hot.
Yeah.
And you hooked me up with Jen at the height of her success.
Yeah. So I said I had a gig at the bar that she worked at. So then when I was doing afternoon radio, I started bringing her in like once a week.
Oh, smart.
She had never done radio before. She'd never done an interview. Things were just taking off. I think it was even before they got offered to do this big spread in Maxim.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Maxim, yeah.
So she came in and she brought, I think his name's CJ Perry, who again was Lana later on. So they would come on all the time and talk sports and talk stuff. And they started doing bikini contests around town. They'd promote those. Oh. So I kind of got to know her before that. And at the same time, I had gotten to know Spice, and I knew you guys were working together. She was going down to Tampa because she's from Lutz. She lives here. And I hit him up. I'm like, hey, do you guys want to have her on? She's going to be down there. And that's how she came on the show.
So she came on the show, and we gave her a 98 Rock shirt, and she took it and cut it up like what she would normally wear. Like she'd slut up a shirt to go to the game. So it was cool. She was fun, and we got to know her.
And at that time, you guys were probably the second radio show or interview she had ever done.
Then she becomes hugely popular and ends up getting a job with the New York Jets.
Yeah.
Now that it started to become like when viral was becoming a thing, they were like, how can we capitalize on that? And some teams were pulling chicks and not that they didn't have women on the sidelines before, but now they were pulling like specifically hot chicks
Was
to
this
go do
before or after Aaron Andrews?
This was before
This
Aaron
is-
Andrews.
Yeah, but a little bit before, but right around the kind of the same time.
Right.
Because
Okay.
Jen was trying to be like a legit sports blogger. Like she was writing sports blogs. She would come on the radio and talk about sports. Like she knew the stuff she was doing.
Yeah.
So like her idea was she wanted to be like an Aaron Andrews or like a legit, sports person.
I don't know enough about sports to sit there and listen to other people talk about it, but I will pay attention to a good-looking girl if she's going to be on TV. I'm just going to be honest with you about that. So she goes and she gets this job with the New York Jets, and now there is a documentary coming out about her time there at the New York Jets and Brett Favre, and how Brett Favre was attracted to her and was trying to hook up with her. Now, I will tell you that the next time we had Jen Sturger on the show is when she came in with Bert.
Yeah.
She started trying to do stand-up, and Bert, because they're both FSU, Bert brought her out to a couple of shows, and they came on the show, and that was it. And at that point, she had been exhausted from talking about Brett Favre and his penis. So I don't really think we got into it. It was kind of old news at that point.
Yeah.
But the truth is that I don't know the full story. And I know that she doesn't like to talk about it. And now Gio tells me yesterday that there is a new documentary coming out on Netflix about the whole situation. So correct me if I'm wrong. So she goes to the Jets and she's doing like viral stuff for them.
She was basically their sideline reporter, like their in-stadium game day sideline reporter. Kind of like the chick that does Casey Phillips at the Bucks. Same kind of position.
And according to the preview for the documentary, they kept saying that Brett Favre wanted to hang out with her and wanted her phone number. Now he's married and he has kids.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not the first time we heard an athlete who was married straying out. But at what point did he send her pictures of his penis? Where did that come in for play?
Well, it says that he wanted her phone number, and she was like, no, no, no. And then she goes, all of a sudden, I start getting text messages. Then I'm getting voicemails.
Yeah.
And it just kept on going on and on.
And she has all the voicemails.
Yeah. She plays it in the
being a super creep.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're Brett Favre, you probably think you can get
sure
any chicken.
Yeah.
You're a super famous quarterback. Yeah. A huge name. I mean, yeah. You're a multi-millionaire.
But do you risk it? First of all, I don't know what it turns me off more. If I'm into a chick and she's not into me and I give it a little bit of a push and she's not buying it, that's the last thing I want to do.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, okay, well, that ain't working. Like, I don't want to have to convince a girl.
But also,
this is a guy who's never heard no.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So to him, if this is the first time, that's more intriguing than any girl he's ever come across.
Not only that, this was before social media makes everything immediate and everybody knows everything and all that stuff, whatever, where he could kind of go back channels and do stuff, whatever. And this isn't going to get out. If she says no, she says no. And even if he pushes and sends some stuff, whatever, it's not like everybody's going to know about it. Well,
yeah. Well, I don't know. At what point does he send her naked pictures? Where did that come in?
So he eventually allegedly sent her pictures of his wiener, which he later said he denied.
But she had it.
But he wouldn't cooperate because you can't
prove
it.
He wouldn't turn over his phone, right?
Yeah, like he refused to cooperate with the NFL when they were investigating. And he was eventually fined like $50,000, which for Brett Favre is pocket change. Yeah, but he wouldn't cooperate.
And it looks like he's still married.
Yeah.
To the same girl.
To a woman who had cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was cheating on her while she had cancer.
And I think if I remember correctly, his watch was in one of the photos with his wiener.
That's how you know.
And I think that was what they were trying to prove, that it was him.
Before I send a girl a picture, I always put a watch that nobody's ever seen.
Yeah. He admitted to sending the voicemails because he had no choice because it's his dumb voice on the voicemails.
I usually write on my hand, not Galvin.
Yeah. Yeah. But it pretty much derailed her career.
Yeah, but why
ruined
her
everything.
though? Like in the episode or the preview that I saw, she says Brett Favre pretty much ruined my career, and I'm like, well, I don't understand why.
Because that became everything anyone ever wanted to talk to her about, and that's the story. It doesn't matter whether she knows sports. It doesn't matter anything, whatever. Oh, that's the one that Brett Favre sent the picture.
And automatically she's then, her career is no longer legitimate. And she's positioned as the slut and the hot
But why
chick.
didn't for Aaron Andrews? Why did it work out for her?
Because she was a more of a victim, which this one
they're both victims.
But yes, 100% she was. But you know how people think. She was probably asking for it. She's a slut. This and that. Aaron Andrews had absolutely no knowledge that the guy was spying on her from the next
also,
door.
Aaron Andrews wasn't cutting up shirts and putting her boobs out there
right?
either.
Yeah. There's that as well. By the way, the documentary is called "Untold: The Fall of Favre," and it comes out on Netflix on May 20th.
Yeah, it isn't just about Jen Turner; it's also about him misappropriating the funds for charity. And
by all accounts, he is a giant scumbag.
Yeah, because there's a guy that says, he goes, "You're taking money from the poorest of the poor." He goes, "I don't know how this guy sleeps at night."
And he knew about it too. He said, "How can I do this? And as long as it's not tracked back to me."
Right.
Don't forget also, it started before this when Brett Favre and Mark Chamorro were in a hot tub with high school girls.
Yeah.
Remember that? And that's how Mark Chamorro got kicked out because he ended up banging a high school girl.
Yeah.
You know who they should have doing, like, how whenever they have the director's cut and they have people talking about the movie and stuff, they should have is Mark Gastineau, because I'm sure he loves this.
Oh, yeah.
You stole it from me.
You ruined me. You ruined it. Yeah. That was great.
Yeah, I imagine he's going to be there as well.
Well, I definitely want to talk to Jen.
Yeah.
I'd love to get her on now because we really didn't exhaust the Brett Favre stuff with her because it had already been old at the time.
Yeah, and at the time it's like you don't really want to bring that up because clearly it's,
Yeah, but I would have liked to have seen the picture. I know she probably has it as her wallpaper.
I think it was published on
I think
Deadspin.
it was.
Yeah.
Like all that stuff went out on the internet.
Because for some reason I remember him having a thin one.
And
oh, really?
Yeah.
And she didn't even want to come forward with all the information. And eventually she did. Like she just kind of kept it to herself. And then I think she ended up getting fired by the Jets because of all of it. And that's it. You're done.
Well, that's what the lawsuit is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't really understand fully why it's backfired on her. I don't understand why she didn't.
Well, because at
that time,
who wants to hire you at that point?
Yeah, but I mean, if I'm it would seem to me that it would be very hard for the Jets to get rid of her.
Yeah.
If she's working under duress like that.
But again, this was before the Me Too movement and everyone started believing women and stuff like that. So these things were easily like, nope, you don't work for us. And then now, because you told everybody, you're out of the boys club.
Yeah, this
was
what I mean?
2008. I hope you learned something from this, Carmen.
Yeah.
Keep your mouth shut.
Thank God the Me Too movement came.
Out of all of us, who Me Too's you the most?
I'm kidding. No one, because you do it all on air.
Yeah,
so therefore you're covered by it's for entertainment.
Nobody ever. Yeah, but I mean, nobody really ever does anything creepy.
No one's ever like trapped me in a room or locked the door.
I mean, I made you rub my shirtless shoulders that one time.
Yes, but I enjoyed it.
No, it was hot. For a second, I was like, "Did that really happen?"
Yeah.
Yeah. No, none of that's ever gotten.
No.
I would say the only other one we sexually harass is JoJo. But also we do that on the air. And then she does it to us off the air.
Who's we?
Yeah.
We
a lot of you.
We as a team.
Oh. Called the collective we.
Yeah.
So I have the picture.
And then Tom sexually harassed Galvin.
Yes. That is true.
Of JoJo? What?
No. This is supposedly the Favre picture.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want me to send?
Yeah.
Carmen, are you okay with me sending it to the group?
I am okay.
Me too.
Is there a watch, if I remember correctly?
Doesn't look like there's part of a watch band there.
Yeah. See, he
is thin.
Yeah, right?
Oh. I'm not disappointed by that.
Oh, man, that's so uncomfortable.
It looks like one of those thin mushrooms with the little round top instead of a mushroom top.
I mean, if you randomly get that, Carmen, from somebody, you're freaking out, right?
No, Carmen's been getting unsolicited D-pics
if
forever.
it's somebody like in the building.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Like if one of you guys just send this,
Yeah.
like, no question. I'm like, what is going on?
It's like somebody like John Brennan sends you that. When he's,
that looks like John Brennan's. I bet John Brennan has a thin, boring penis.
That's kind of comparable to what it is when you're working in that organization.
But But as I say, but she was also getting voicemails and text.
Yeah.
So like but again, he was harassing her before this. So it's almost like it was a buildup. It just wasn't out of the blue.
This was like time to fire the nuclear warhead.
Yeah.
Go all in.
Wow.
What a scumbag.
Well,
it really sounds like he is.
I mean, it's like you said, Carmen. I would never just unsolicited send a picture of my ween. It would take a lot for me to send a picture of my ween to a girl, but she'd have to really want it for me to send it.
And I'm pretty sure she never responded to him in any of these texts, voicemails. She never responded.
Yeah, so he must have thought, I'll get her.
Yeah.
What if I show her this?
This will do it.
Yeah.
Let
What
me
if I
get her
show her
number.
this underwhelming penis?
Right.
I'll give her a shot of my Thin Mint.
I mean, what if that's your daughter?
Yeah.
You're so excited your daughter's got this great opportunity. She's working in the NFL, and now this is happening.
I always imagine that, about how Aaron Andrews' father felt too.
Same, yeah.
The fact that his daughter was preyed upon, and spied upon.
Her pictures got leaked online.
Mm-hmm.
Right, like she didn't do anything. She was just in her hotel room.
Yeah, that's pretty awful. I don't know, man. But it's like you said, it's what we learned is Brett Favre is just not a good guy.
No.
I don't care. That's the thing.
No.
I couldn't care less if he was a good guy or a bad guy. It's
That's
not making
why
difference
a
to
couple
me.
months back when he was, jumping in, campaigning for Trump, I'm like, this scumbag is who you want out there beating his chest?
By the way, also, this is from 6 days ago because I was just looking up Favre stuff, whatever. It says Brett Favre files a defamation lawsuit against Shannon Sharp, Pat McAfee, and the Mississippi auditor. Yeah.
For what?
Probably talking about the situation and whether they said something that isn't provable
Entirely true?
Yeah,
Yeah.
hasn't been proven to be true or whatever.
I do not know any of these facts to be true.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I don't even know if that was Brett Favre's wiener.
We definitely don't. But
No.
also, we're not showing it to you.
It
so
may be John
there you
Brennan.
go. We're pretty sure it's John Brennan's.
Or Sergio. Who's the guy? Who's the other guy?
Gustavo.
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 Yeah.
It might be Gustavo's.
I don't know that to be true either. I don't know.
I don't know Gustavo's a real person.
Yeah,
He is really?
It's John Brennan with a mustache.
Yeah. That's what I heard.
Just know if they come, I'm not going to cooperate with this being on
No
my
way.
phone.
Yeah.
Mine's going right in a big glass of Coke.
Just like Favre,
Coca-Cola.
I refuse to cooperate.
Yeah, I mean that's smart. If you're dead to rights, then you just go, nope. I'll just assume I'm a jerk off.
Yeah, I think they just fined him, and he never got suspended or anything. to
Well,
my
wasn't that the
knowledge.
same thing with Brady with the whole Deflategate that he said, I don't know where that phone is?
Yeah, pretty much.
And they were like, what? We need it. And he's like, all right, well.
All I know is my phone records got subpoenaed, and they had them, and nothing came out of it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Can they get this wiener pic off the phone?
I mean,
I was gonna say, do they need the phone to get the records?
no.
Because you could just go to the
No,
company,
if you
right?
subpoena the phone company
Provider,
they give you the record. If it's a court ordered, sure.
Rude.
I had nothing to hide.
When I scroll back through our group text now, like in the last week, there's Chris Brown's wiener and now Brett Favre's wiener.
By the way, both sent by me.
Both sent by
Yeah. Why do you have these?
And you had them already like that. Like,
Yeah.
It seems like Galvin's the problem.
No, guys, I got it. I'll send it to you right now.
Why do I have him, Carmen? Because I do research. Shut up. Do your job.
He's got a file called Celebrity Wiener on his
Locked
phone.
and loaded, and now that's the
Meanwhile,
last
we talked about the Kim Kardashian sex tape. Not one picture.
Yeah.
Not one picture. Not one link. No nothing.
You saw it.
Yeah, I'm just scrolling through, and that's the last two things I see.
By the way, I can't save that. I have too many files of DVDs.
All right. Well, good luck to Jen Sturger. I don't know how this is going to come out, but I mean,
Yeah,
at
we'll
least she
get
gets
her
to have
on.
a final word on that.
Yeah, that comes out on May 20th.
So, on Netflix, right?
I'm glad. Good.
They're putting out a lot of good stuff right now.
Well, Netflix is saying that they're saving Hollywood. Netflix is saying they are literally saving Hollywood, that the idea of going to the movies to see a movie is ridiculous now. It's old fashioned. And that, I mean, think about it. What's the biggest TV you have, Carmen?
The biggest TV I have,
Yeah.
55 inch.
That's about an average TV, I think, for most people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's in my living room.
Right? So a 55 inch is a big ass TV.
Yeah, and I have a big couch, and I can buy my own snacks.
You don't
and
have no teenagers.
But also
Right.
think about this. Think about how movie theaters made drive-ins obsolete. You know, it used to be everything, all the movies were at drive-in theaters.
I love that, though.
And then movie theaters came along, and they're like, yeah, I can be inside. I don't have to sit in my car, smell exhaust, have stupid, idiots driving around doing that stuff. And then now you go, yeah, if I can be home, we used to say it all the time. I would pay
$100.
I would pay, $100 to see the movie now in my house than have to go to the stupid theater and do all that
Because
stuff.
that's how much you're going to pay to go.
Yeah.
That Thunderbolts movie comes out this weekend.
Yeah.
It's getting nothing but good reviews. Everybody's
I
saying
watched the thing about it last night.
it's great. Yeah.
Well, good. That's good, man.
Hopefully no songs in it.
I do not think it's a musical.
Yeah, you wouldn't like it if it is.
I'm pretty sure
trust me.
the one guy sings it.
Maybe.
All right, we got to take a break. If you'd like to get through on the show today, 800-771-1025. The phone number is 800-771-1025. It is 9:07, and in approximately 33 minutes, we will give you another opportunity to win $1,000. That's coming up this morning.
You
with
don't
the
know
Bone
what
Bonus.
math is, do you?
What did I say? I meant 23.
No, 53. 9:07.
9:30.
Yeah.
53.
53 would be 10 o'clock.
But it's at 10.
I do know. I just don't exercise my knowledge. Coming up at 10 o'clock, we'll give you another opportunity to win. What did I say? 33 minutes?
You said 33
That
minutes.
would be 9:40.
9:40.
That doesn't even make sense.
No, at
Then I
10
tried
a.m.
to change it to 20.
Right.
Oh,
at 10 o'clock.
I'm sorry. 10 o'clock. 10, noon, 2, and 5 today. We'll remind you before the show ends this morning, another chance to win $1,000. We do, however, have tickets to win for other things, and we'll do that when we come back. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Carmen.
Yes.
What do we have to give away?
Oh, geez.
Oh, come on. I said we were
playing.
playing a game. What are
I
we
know.
doing? Come on.
You don't tell me anything.
I'm sorry.
I told you twice.
Hold on. Calm it down. Easy.
Next
guy.
thing you know, he's going to send you thin penis pics.
Yeah.
It was above and below the Thin Mint.
We have tickets for Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll is Sunday out at Raymond James Stadium or near there.
Yes. Welcome to Rockville.
That's Daytona.
Say Santa.
Yep.
George Lopez.
Yep.
Mike Campbell.
Okay.
And Russell Dickerson.
All right. WrestleMania. Don't forget WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We are going to play a game right now called Ready, Set, Lie. Here we go. Pretty sure we all just pissed our pants. a little bit.
Ready,
That was
set,
loud.
blow your eardrums.
Pissy Pete.
Galvin, explain Ready, Set, Lie to everybody because I don't even know what time it is.
All right, so we're going to make a statement that happened to one of us. We're going to go around the room. All of us are going to say the statement. For one of us, it is true. For the other ones are lying. And then we're going to get somebody on the phone lines. They're going to ask 3 questions. You can ask all 3 to one person, or you can ask to different people. You can't ask the actual statement like the guy tried to do last week. It was a good workaround, but it didn't work. But you can ask your questions.
Like clues, right?
Yeah, and then you determine who's telling the truth, who's lying.
And they have to be yes or no questions.
No, they don't have to be yes or no.
But they just can't be right to the point, like, and say,
Did
this
this
you really
happen to
murder
you?
that
Yeah,
guy? Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So, all right, am I starting?
Yeah, we'll start with you and we'll go around the room.
When I was 8 years old, I tried to drive my mom's car and crashed it into a wall.
When I was 8 years old, I tried to drive my mom's car and I crashed into a wall.
When I was 8 years old, I tried to drive my mom's car and I crashed it into a wall.
When I was 8 years old, I tried to drive my mom's car and I crashed it into a wall.
There's no way they had cars back then.
First clue.
Dead giveaway.
All right.
Carmen?
When I was 8 years old, I tried to drive my mom's car and crashed it into a wall.
All right. Now we have to get a contestant on the phone. Good morning. Who is this?
Jose.
Jose, one of us drove our mother's car into a wall when we were 8 years old. You'll get to ask 3 questions. You could ask them to one person, spread them out between 3 people, 2 to 1, 1 to the other, in any combination you'd like. And then you will have to determine which one of us crashed our mother's car. Jose, take it away.
Mike, what kind of car was it?
It was a Dodge Aspen.
Carmen, how did you get the keys to it?
My mom always left her keys on the counter.
Final question, Jose, and then you'll have to determine who crashed their mom's car.
Galvin, how fast were you going?
Like maybe 10 miles per hour because I just started and crashed right into it.
All right, Jose, those are your
All right,
questions. Think about it and tell us who you think crashed their mother's car into a wall when they were 8 years old.
I'm going to say Galvin.
Galvin, did you or did you not crash your mother's car into a wall when you were 8 years old?
I'm a fantastic driver. I did not crash my mother's car.
I'm sorry, Jose. I'm sorry you are not a winner.
All right, so I'm out.
Yep, Galvin's out. Good morning. Who is this? All right.
He's
very good. Good morning. Who is this?
Scott.
Scott, it is not Galvin. It is another member of the Mike Calta Show. You get to ask 3 questions, and then you will decide which member of the show crashed their mother's car when they were 8 years old.
2.
2 questions, sorry.
This is for Mike.
Okay.
What state was it in?
New York. Next question.
And I'll ask the same question to Gio.
Okay. Gio, what state was it in?
Right here in Florida.
All right. Those are your 2 questions. 1 question, 2 people. Now we ask you, sir, which member of the Mike Calta Show drove their mother's car into a wall when they were 8 years old?
I'm going to go with Gio because he was probably trying to get away.
Gio did not have a very good childhood, but was it Gio that drove his mother's car into a wall when he was 8 years old?
I was outside of a bar that was called Shooters. My mom was the bartender there, and the car was on a hill. And I grabbed the keys, I turned the ignition, and we rolled right down the hill and smashed into the wall.
Very nice.
Did you get hurt?
No.
How fast did you get going?
I mean, probably about 10 miles. It was a pretty big. It was like a hill.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Bad damage to the car?
We were not so much. It hit a wall, but I remember I thought, me and my brother were playing around in the car.
Yeah.
And I was like pretending to drive, and I'm like, let me just push it into neutral. And I pushed it into
Just
neutral.
rolled.
And we were off.
Good job, sir. I thought you were going to pick me. Okay.
I was close, but I know Gio, like you said, had a rough time, so
Yeah.
I figured he was taking off.
He said he was trying to get away.
I thought it would be fun to drive. I didn't want to wait for my mom anymore.
Yeah.
She was a bartender.
All right. I'm going to put you on hold. Carmen will grab you during the break, and we'll hook you up with a prize. I think we should play another round. We should play another round.
I have a question, though. Did you catch a beating for that?
I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is right before the stepdad showed up.
Oh, okay.
Had he been in the picture at that point,
all right.
yeah, I think he met her at the bar, actually. She was the bartender.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I
Wow.
think that's how it happened. Scumbag.
Mm.
Not you, Joe.
Oh, well. Okay. Thank you.
All right, Carmen, are you ready to play another round?
Sure.
All right.
Hit us with the music
Don't
again and
protect
blow
me.
our ears off.
Gotcha.
Galvin, you should probably start it off again.
Okay.
All right, Galvin will go. We'll go around the room. We'll all recite it. And then we'll go to the phone lines. We'll give you an opportunity to guess.
When I was a kid, I had an Asian friend named Tommy Taps.
All right.
When I was a kid, I had an Asian friend named Tommy Taps.
When I was a kid, I had an Asian friend named Tommy Taps.
When I was a kid, I had an Asian friend named Tommy Taps.
When I was a kid, I had an Asian friend named Tommy Taps.
All right. Let me go to the phone lines. Good morning. Who's this?
This is still Scott.
I'm sorry, Scott. Please hold on. He's on line 2.
Yep.
Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, this is Kurt.
All right, Kurt. You have 3 questions you can ask to the group to try and guess which member of the show had a friend named Tommy Taps.
Where did Tommy Taps live?
Who are you asking?
Mike.
In Newport Beach, in Staten Island.
Okay.
Did you have a stroke?
Where did he?
Yes, he had a stroke.
Where did he live?
You just
Oh my God.
asked that question, sir.
He's
I'm sorry.
trashed.
You're the worst.
Yeah.
He's trashed.
Good morning. Hello.
Hey, good morning, Mike. This is Dustin.
All right, Dustin, you got 3 questions. Go ahead.
All right, so yeah, he asked twice where did he live. So I New York. Pap, are you friends with any Asians?
I am. I love the Asian people, but I cannot recall of any Asians I'm friends with. I'm friends with Steve Burns, so yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Galvin. Have you watched any Asian movies?
Of course I have. Yes.
All right.
And your final question,
Okay.
sir?
Final question, Mike. Have you ever ate Asian food?
Yes, sir. As recent as this week, I've had Asian food.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna say it's Mike.
Why me? Because I ate Asian food?
No.
Oh,
Just a hunch?
he's gone.
Are you there?
I'm here.
All right. Sir, when I was a kid, I had an Asian friend named Tommy Taps. That is me.
That is
That
true.
is
Yeah,
correct.
you got it. That's Mike.
Oh, yeah.
And that
Oh,
was
yeah.
good. I'm going to put you on hold, and Carmen will hook you up right after she hooks up the other guy, and we'll hook you up with a prize. I know that doesn't seem like such a strange thing, but Tommy Taps, when we were like 10 years old, was like 6 feet tall, and he was Asian, and he had freckles.
Whoa.
How weird is that?
Whoa.
Yeah.
That is a lot of stuff that Asians aren't
He
normally
was tall,
saddled with.
skinny, freckles, and Asian. And he was a fine kid. I knew him from Boy Scouts. Tommy Taps.
Tommy Taps.
Yeah.
Taps.
And that was a silly name, Tommy
Yeah,
Taps.
yeah.
I don't know. It just popped into my head. So
By the way, that guy's deduction had nothing to do with him picking you.
No.
Have you ever seen Asian movies? Have you ever had Asian food? That's
really
funny.
quick, I'm going to see if Tommy Taps is on Facebook.
No.
Why'd they give him the name Tommy Taps?
No, that was his real name.
Oh, it was
His actual last name was Taps.
Okay.
Tommy Taps. There he is. Right there on Facebook.
Is
you
that
friends
him?
with
That's
him?
the
Yeah.
one?
I don't know. I don't know if that's him or not.
Did you ever
The-
call him? Did you ever say Tommy and then go?
No. I don't know if this is him because he doesn't have a picture, but it says he's in Brooklyn, so
Could be.
could be. Interesting. All right, well, there you go. Another successful round of Ready, Set, Lie. Carmen, that is on line 2 and line 5, if you can hook those guys up with prizes. Thank you. All right, don't forget, in 30 minutes, Galvin, 30 minutes.
Make it easier.
30 minutes. We
Yes.
have another opportunity for you to win $1,000 with the Bone bonus keyword. We'll give you that keyword. You'll put it in the Bone app. It's simple to do. If you didn't download the app, or if you're like over 50 and you're like, I'm not doing all that, it's easy. You just download it, and then when we give you the word, you put it in on the app, and you just sit there and wait for somebody to call you and tell you won $1,000. There's no easier contest than that. So stand by. That's happening in 29 minutes from now. We'll take a quick break. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Eric.
Hello, Eric.
Hey, they're saying that you sound like an owl.
Who is saying that?
I
got you.
Come on.
Come on, man.
Who?
Come on.
Who is saying
Jeez.
that?
I love y'all.
Thank you, buddy.
I mean, that's worse than walking into a D's nuts joke.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Mike Calta Show, hello.
Hey, what's up, Mike Calta? This Medicine Man.
I figured it would be.
Medicine Man, they're saying that you sound like an owl.
Do I sound like an owl?
Damn it.
See, you didn't get him.
Yeah.
I can make owl impressions, but I don't just sound like an owl.
Medicine Man smarter than Mike.
Ooh.
Didn't fall for it.
What can we do for you today, Medicine Man?
I don't know. I don't know what I'll be doing this weekend. There's a lot of stuff going on everywhere.
Yeah, what's on your dial? We're doing a 5K on Sunday if you're bored.
I can't run. I have to ride bike. My feet are too flat to do that.
To run?
Yeah,
Yeah, mine
man.
too.
They will hurt like hell.
Yeah, I should probably skip it.
Yeah, and it does. Like, I'm born flat feet. I can't run.
All right, well, good luck with that. What's going on the rest of the weekend? Anything going on this weekend?
Saturday is Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship.
Oh,
yeah. Is it Saturday or Friday? What did I say?
I don't know.
I think Friday.
Friday.
Is it Friday? All right.
I think I got. I don't know. I think I have a free weekend this weekend.
I think I finally do too.
Oh, no soccer?
No soccer.
Wow.
Soccer all last week.
Good for you.
Yeah, season's wrapping up.
Yeah. Bare Knuckles Friday. And then the 5K on Sunday. So you want to do something Saturday? What's going on?
No, Saturday would be stretching the whole day. Just
Probably not a bad idea.
No.
Probably not a bad idea.
No.
Slow warm up.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm so dreading this. I really am.
Why?
It's walking.
Yeah.
It's walking 3 miles.
Yeah. You walked like 15 miles at Disney.
Yeah, but I
So he
also
says.
my watch said it. Can't argue with the watch.
By the way, you're going to be walking. You're going to have people around you that you're talking to. Pete's going to be there, this and that. Big Dick's going to be filming. You're going to go, I guarantee, when you get to close where the finish line is, you're going to go, oh, it's done?
Yeah.
I hope you're right.
Yeah.
That's it?
Do we know the route yet?
No.
No.
Yeah. It's freaking me out a little bit. I don't know. Because it is.
Well, it's not going to get longer.
Well,
Yeah. Doesn't matter what way
You
you
don't
go.
know.
Yeah.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hi, good morning. This is Michaela from Sarasota.
Hi, what's happening?
Hi. Hi, I'm calling in reference to Will and his car issue. So my car broke down on February 14th, and I just got a brand new one this month on the 15th.
Oh.
So some things take time. So let's be easy on Papa. He's good.
Wait,
He's
did
fine.
you
I've
get a
been
new
using this
car?
forever.
Did you get a new car?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That seems to be the logic.
Yeah.
That's what Joe should be doing, getting a new car.
Joe can't afford a new
After
car,
I
but okay.
spent $3,000 fixing my old car, and it was still broken. So
Yeah.
I mean, it happens.
All right. Well, it takes time.
He's all right.
Thank you.
Hey,
Happy Valentine's Day.
Turo for rentals. Turo for car rentals. Really good. You rent.
She just
get-
wrecked her car.
Drove off a cliff.
I thought she said get a churro for a new car.
So did I.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
I'm down for that.
Delicious.
Cinnamon covered car.
Yeah.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Mike, what's up? Dave Mig, and talked to you about a month ago about this 5K we're doing here.
Oh, yeah, it's you. I've been waiting
And
for
I
you to call back.
Yeah, I know. I see you check your watch all the time. I'm thinking I need to reach out, and I think you'll be on board with this. For any rickshaw operators that may be in the Tampa Bay area that could pick us up.
Just to be on standby, at least.
I know. My training, I think, is going about as well as yours. Legs aren't working. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to try to have fun, walk as far as I can. But man, it's not looking good for the complete package.
Listen,
I
sir,
gotta be honest with you.
I'm going to tell you, I believe in you, and we can do this. We will be me, you, and Jelly Roll. We'll be fine. I'll see you out there on Sunday. Don't back out. We'll be fine. We're good to go. I promise. I like to complain about it too.
Oh, by the way, I have somebody else who's freaking out.
Moose?
No.
Who?
Somebody who is doing the 5K and has to sing the national anthem.
Yeah.
Johnny Ballsack?
Johnny B.
Whoa.
Johnny Bedsores?
Yeah.
Johnny Beaties?
He goes, I don't know if a 5K is going to fix my voice or how this works, but
Because I guess he's singing after he
Oh.
does it.
Oh.
Wow.
and in front of Jelly Roll and other country
Yeah.
artists that are going to be there and everybody. Yeah.
But this could be the moment, Johnny, where Jelly Roll goes, damn, that boy's good.
Yeah.
Bring
Take
him
him
up
on
on
tour.
stage with me and let's put some stuff on his face.
Wait.
Let's get face tattoos.
Face tattoos. You and
Bert-
Jelly Roll matching crosses.
Bert and Tom are on tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, we got a lot of questions for them. And we'll go over the whole thing. And I'm going to be honest about the.
You'll probably never see them, I don't think.
Well, no, I think we're running together in the 2:00 heat.
Maybe
What?
not. Maybe you.
Well, what are you doing?
I don't know yet. I was trying to sign up, and I don't know. It's working. I don't know what's going
Yeah,
on.
I asked Gio because you said the time,
Yeah.
and that time's not an option.
I think we're in Gen Pop.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can just put in whatever time and then we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
But I don't know.
It's dangerously close. Galvin, I've said this on the show repeatedly in different situations. I consider myself to be a class A, grade A pervert.
Mm-hmm.
I like the porn. I have no problem telling you about it.
Would you like to see any guy's celebrity wiener? because I have a folder.
I mean, I did not take a look at it when you sent it.
Right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I am a grade A guy. I just don't understand this. A guy in Northport was arrested after police said he was seen doing what in the store?
He was pleasuring himself.
No.
Oh.
He was taking upskirt photos of shoppers.
Oh, yeah. That's a weird thing, man.
Is the juice really worth the squeeze?
No. And here's the thing. Nobody's walking around, not nobody, but most people are not walking around with no underwear on. So the best you're going to see some scrunched up fabric.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. If you told me, hey, you see that girl with the miniskirt over there? She's not wearing underwear. I will do my best to look and see if she bends over or something like that, if I can get a little glimpse, because I'm a grade A pervert.
But are you going on Amazon and getting cameras to put on your shoes?
No.
Right.
And also, I am definitely not violating her like that. You know what I mean? Like, if she squatted down and I got a little glimpse, that'd be one thing. But I'm not bending over and sticking my shoe under her skirt. I mean, that's just rude.
To me, the risk versus reward is way off.
Yeah.
But
Way
I can't imagine that the reward is ever worth it at all. I imagine it's just all at best crumpled up fabric.
There was a girl in my high school, and she always would sit like, legs open kind of thing, and we used to see it all the time.
Oh.
Yeah, like in the lunchroom, be like, oh, dude, look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Showing
When
off for
you-
lunch meat?
Yeah.
No.
It's hot when you do see it.
Yeah.
Like, I was at a party one time, and there was a girl sitting on a chair across from me, and she had it a little bit too much, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
I
mean,
wonder if anybody ever had the heart to tell her, like, hey, like all of us saw your stuff.
No, you don't say anything.
Yeah.
Don't be the one to ruin
And
it.
when you're like 15, 16, it was like, oh,
Yeah,
my
that's
gosh.
heaven.
Yeah, I can't believe we're seeing this.
You don't want to make her feel bad, and you don't want to ruin it for everybody else.
It happened in the cafeteria, it happened in the library.
When I was a kid and I went to Our Lady Queen of Peace Elementary School in Newdorp, on Newdorp Lane, there was in the front gym bathroom, in the boys' room, there was a foundation crack, and you could see through the wall into the girls' bathroom.
Yeah.
You couldn't see anything unless they were doing it outside the stall, but you can see clearly into the girls' bathroom, and no one ever said a word about it. It was such a great secret, and the teachers knew about it, like the male teachers.
And older brothers told younger brothers, here's where you look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and it wasn't a very used bathroom, but it was the gym bathroom. So if somebody had to go pee-pee during gym, you knew it. Like if you were in the gym and one of the hot girls had to go to the bathroom, you all of a sudden had to go to the bathroom too. That's how it got. But the good thing was that everybody kept their mouth shut and nobody ruined it for the next guy.
Do you think the girls were ever peeped into the boys' locker room?
I don't think that they could see the way that we could see. I think the way the foundation was cracked, it was a hairline cut on their side and a big cut on our side.
Yeah.
So I don't think they could see. I know the girls knew about it because we did talk to them through the hole every once in a while.
Man, high school was great.
That was grade school.
You don't know how good you had it.
No. At the time, just to get a glimpse of like some panties was like, oh my gosh, did you see that?
Oh, the
And
good
she
old
was
days.
smoking hot too.